Welcome back to Random Pickup Game of Dark Skies. Um, Episode 11, Carpe Noctem. Hungry has a meet with a contact named Willow at a club known as Lizzie's Bar. Um, and the meet time is right around when the place starts to actually open up for business, as seems to be the normal kind of method of contacts that Hungry is familiar with. Is anyone going with you directly? Hungry?
Uh, Reggie, if Reggie's down.
Oh yeah, yeah. You just let me know where and when.
X will be happy to come along too if you want to reach out to him, since it's a bar.
Yeah, well, yeah, this is where everyone's meeting.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd be willing to pick up anyone that needs a ride in the food truck.
You had me at food.
All right, and as you kind of make your way there, the bouncer kind of looks at you, kind of gives you an up and down on Hungry, and then kind of gestures in. Are we expecting anybody else?
Yeah, at least a few more.
Like the names with her, and kind of gestures to somebody who takes the names from you. And then you kind of make your way into Lizzie's. There's a couple people about, not a lot. There's a bartender, and just kind of a pleasant vibe. Some of you in the Cyberpunk 2077 game have been in Lizzie's bar. It's not too different from what you would have seen then. The bartender behind the bar looks like he's cleaning a glass. Seated at the bar is a pair of women. One is pretty muscular. It looks like she is darker complexion, but it looks like she has kind of face replacement on the top portion that's of a lighter kind of tone. Um, she is someone who looks like they kind of own the place. If you want to, Hungry, you can make a um, local Night City roll if you'd like.
Yeah. I did it.
What'd you get?
I got a 16.
Okay, so you would know by reputation that this is Susie Q. She is the leader of the Moxes. Um, she's kind of a don't fuck around, kind of no bullshit individual. The Moxes kind of have a reputation of protecting their own, and Susie Q is kind of like uh, for lack of a better kind of analogy, like the motherly figure that makes sure everyone is kind of well protected in her specific crew. The other woman who's next to her you don't recognize, but matches the description of what you were given of Willow, the contact.
What time is it? It's a little
Probably
early.
a minute or so after 5. You wouldn't have been let in the doors before 5 o'clock.
Okay. Well, then I would immediately approach the table. 'Cause this is my time.
Okay. The well, they're at the bar, so you kind of move over to like alongside them. The bartender will kind of give you a look and say, "Looks like you're set to meet with these folks. Do you want anything to drink before you head on back?"
Nah, I'm fine, thank you.
All right.
My friends, though, I'm sure they might want something.
Okay.
Reggie, X, you guys want anything?
I don't know, man. I'm not hungry. I ain't thirsty.
Reggie, you should get yourself a drink. Loosen up a little bit. Be good for you before we go in this.
Take a double shot tequila, lime, salt, please.
Yeah, no problem. And for you?
Well, if this is gonna be as serious as you say it is, Hungry, I guess for once I won't run up a tab.
Yeah, probably for the best. Reggie here, though, he needs a few drinks, but 2 will do.
Yeah.
Drinks are
And then
served up.
I'd kind of slap him playfully on the shoulder and smile at him.
He just nods. He's kind of there. It's weird. He's like he's there, but he's not there. He just seems this odd, distant, cold. It's different.
As your drinks are kind of being served up and you're kind of looking over to the pair of women kind of down the bar from you, Susie Q kind of gives you a nod, Hungry, and walks past and like heads off into the club proper. At this moment, Willow kind of steps up, holding a glass. She walks over to you, Hungry, and kind of places her hand on your shoulder, just like a light kind of tap. And well, okay, big boy, follow me. And she says she does this as she kind of makes her way towards the back. I'm assuming this would also be by the time your crew would have already mustered, like giving you a bit of time to gather your drinks and gather your crew. You go back into a quiet room, like a private room, and she kind of moves into the space before anybody else and sits very comfortably in this private room. It's got like a round booth-like seating around a table. The table has like a hollow display of a dancing woman, and she sits just kind of in the middle, away from the door. As you are allowed to enter in, you all sit around, and she throws a data shard out on the table. The room's already been set up for quiet, so if you have any questions regarding the mission at all, now's the time. but most of the information you'd be needing is on that shard.
All right. I had I didn't get a chance to look at everything that was posted today.
No worries.
So I
I'm
would
gonna go.
definitely
I'm
be
gonna go
taking
over
a
it. So the location is a Security Specialist Incorporated firm office, specifically Office 21, located in Wellspring. The office is located at Sempra Market, which is a small marketplace off Market Street that kind of has a couple of small vendors. There's like a bar there, and a very strange, mysterious, bright orange door with the number 21 written on it, which those in the know is a office for the security firm. The security firm, Security Specialist Inc., deals mainly in net security, but they also have a number of different office places that deal with um, not like private security details, but locations for secured contact. What you'll know is the silence chamber, the kind of quiet room in Afterlife, was actually a joint purchase between, or a joint offering between Arasaka and SSI. They're a very old corporation. They don't get a lot of, you know, news or business. They're just kind of one of the firms that just does what they say is on the tin, um, security specialization. Um, According to Willow's information, she is under the impression that at Office 21 there's a data term that has information on it dealing with a leak that released back in the summer, Mayish, an information link that deals with Night Corp, one of the larger corporations in Night City, and actually this corporation that built Night City. Um, that basically tells a tale of them using AI programming to effectively turn people into automatons that will do their job. So this has a kind of strange ring of familiarity with the Reaper situation, but according to all the information that you're being kind of given here in this information here, it doesn't seem like this uh, AI program is the same. It doesn't seem that the AI is sentient. It doesn't seem that the AI is something that's kind of acting with agency. There's nothing like that. Instead, it's something that's being used by Night Corp that is basically installed into a person to just kind of remove their humanity and have them operate in a corporate drone functionality. Or the implications that some of you might kind of get is this seems to kind of create a possibility for controlling individuals to do something even just small and nuanced, like voting a certain way or being in a certain place at a certain time. It seems that this program that's kind of elucidated in this information that she's kind of putting to you, there's nothing solid here. There's no kind of like sound information regarding the AI, but the reports and rumors from netrunners around Night City seems to lead to the fact that this is kind of a means of kind of corporate control of their own employees and possibly of others.
Sounds pretty fucking awful.
Yeah, I mean, not too surprising at this point.
Yeah, so ethical concerns aside, I do want to make sure you understand my main goal is to get the information and broadcast it to N54. They can do what they want with it. More than likely going to put out quite a bit of information since the last leak that dropped, the Dorset leak. They tried to get it to them, but the person who had handle on it just up and disappeared. I actually heard a weird rumor that the person who had the leak was also the same psycho who stormed the Arasaka building back in summer. So, who knows?
All right, copy that. So we're just looking for proof that this AI exists enough for you to make a good story, push it out to the right people.
Sort of. I know the information location. I know exactly where it is and what I need to do to get it. The problem is I don't really have a means of getting through the front door. Um, I don't think there's a means of me doing that easily enough. Um, but I do need to be on site to be sure that the transfer of information is handled correctly. It does look like you have a capable netrunner in your midst, but I still don't want it to be anyone but me. And since I'm paying you 100,000, I'm sure that that's more than fair.
Yeah, understood.
Quick note, that's not what she's paying, or according to Zigzag, that's not what you're getting paid. You're getting paid 30.
Who's paying me? Her or Zigzag?
She just said, I'm paying you 100,000.
I'm not
But
arguing about that.
you know the job was given to you by Zigzag.
Which means what? He's taking 70K off the top, or
He's taking 70K off the top.
Those damn fixers, they're so greedy.
I mean,
right?
after this, maybe out of character, after this, it's possible maybe we can negotiate with Zigzag if we do a good enough job.
hold on, I'm just stewing on it for a second.
Yeah, stay on it for a second. That's fine. He's Dexter Deshaunting you. And funny enough, this is an opportunity for you to go sideways on it like you could have in the game. It's like a lot of bad things always happen in this specific one private room.
Is it it's the same room?
Same room.
Love it.
This is where it happens.
The same room.
I guess Hungry would chuckle and turn to the others and say,
I'm not getting 100K out of this. Don't get too excited.
I figured Zigzag would take something off the top.
Oh, yeah, you know he is. And I'm not too much in the business of double-crossing people. I
Well-
like to be upfront.
I can tell you I can wet your whistle a little bit differently if the Eddies is a problem for you. We are breaking into a security firm, which does have a number of security lockers that they rent out to all different types of individuals who are hiding all sorts of this and that. I also have some rumors, nothing substantiated, that they are black marketing guns in the back room. So if that's true, you could probably walk out of there with some preem kit. Looks like a couple of your folks here have some shoddier looking work. Stares over at the Nomad shotgun. Maybe they can find something a little bit more modern.
Reggie just kind of smiles.
Yeah, I like where your head's at. That sounds fair enough.
Yeah, I don't
Place
know.
like this, what are we looking at manpower-wise? How many guards?
So, it is a security firm. I'm going to estimate that the number of employees on site is probably anywhere between 20 to 40. Not all of those can be security operatives, but there's probably some minuscule training regarding self-defense and the like. They also might be chipped with who knows what kind of combat wear. It's confirmed that they do have Militech security robots on site. I believe around a dozen or so. The main issue is we have to get past street level, open the door without being sighted, move into the office area. It's not completely an SSI operation. There are other people who have presence in that office building. We need to find out what floor SSI is on. Unfortunately, my camera leak is not very reliable in discerning information about the building. It seems to be in some sort of clean room with data terms and why is my brain not working? Servers set up inside. And if you go to image notifications and scroll up, and also if you click on, if I click on this and then do that, this is my date, or this is the feed I have, and she'd kind of, patch that over into everybody's hollows, and you'd see it active now. There doesn't appear to be anybody kind of in the space, but you can kind of hear like conversation happening kind of off screen. Unfortunately, the audio is not terribly great, so you can't tell where the audio is coming from. It's not like it's kind of catching. It's like a mono sound. So there's someone inside of this room that's talking, at least two people, but where they're located, you're not sure. She would say, in my surveillance, she kind of points, and digitally in your hollow, like in the video that she's feeding, you would see that she's pointing towards kind of the far end. You can kind of see there's a wall on the right side, and there's like a path of wires that kind of go up that way. She says there's a door around the corner, and most of the time people who are entering or exiting the space seem to be coming in from there. So that's probably where we'll be entering in from. If my assumption is correct, that's going to lead to a more common kind of space inside of the floor that this location's on. I do know that SSI only has one floor, and it's completely out to them, with their own, mechanism for security. If we had an in, somebody who had some sort of access to the corporation, that would be beneficial. If we had a means of getting a person in through some sort of forgery or subterfuge, that could be beneficial. I would love to go in without it being a combat situation, but based on the money I'm putting forward on this job, I'm absolutely certain that I will be
Well,
fighting.
I used to know somebody that works there, but I wouldn't say we're on great terms. I don't know that they would be happy to hear from me. So I don't know if that's an option, but Hungry, if you want to try to take a softer route, I can see, but if they hear from me, they might think that something else is going on, so it may just make things worse.
What's the name of the person, just to get it out on the table?
Nicole Young, I believe. Let me look down here. Yes.
Got an address for her? You don't have to in character, or out of character. If you would in character, you can say yes or no.
I don't think we set that.
We didn't set it. Yes, there's no physical place. It's just, this is a question
Yeah.
to you, the player, to make up.
It's been a while. I don't know exactly where they were, but I got a last address out near the center of the city.
Okay. Well, that's something. We could probably use that, for sure. I've been doing a bit of surveillance in this space. There really isn't much in the way of operational, like, egress other than that front door. There is a secure apartment building nearby, but you have to have a resident key to enter into that space. And she names the address. The address would seem familiar to Razor. Because it's your mom's house.
Okay, gotcha. The apartment that she's talking about is my mom's house?
Yeah, the apartment space that she's talking about is where your mom lives, right?
Oh. Wow, that's my mom's house.
So you'd have a key to the place. You could get up
This
in
is
there.
another access
Nobody
point.
would think twice about it.
I do know that the security firm that does security for that apartment building isn't too kindly to SSI, based on the fact that it's Militech. So if you have a means of getting everybody into the apartment via your mom, great. That could possibly give us a point of egress other than the front door.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. Well, you've brought a lot to the table so far, and you haven't even said much of anything at all, Hungry. Quite the fixer. Zigzag knows his work. Definitely earning his cut of the 100, I would say. Unless it's higher than I'm anticipating. Again, I'm not going to mess with your mind here on that. I'm sure it's based on the look you gave. It's already doing its own work. But yeah, great. So I would like to do this as soon as possible. Like right now would be great. But I understand that there's obviously concerns regarding that kind of haste. And cyberpunks like you are a little bit more skittish and like to do a lot more planning. That makes sense. Sure. Um, but yeah, what sounds good to you? Kidnap this Nicole lady and steal her security tag? Or do you want to just break out the window of his mom's house and find a way to try to drop down onto the other building? Or jump up to? Depends on what floor is she on. Oh, Razor's not there. Unless he's still listening. Yeah, Red or Brent, are you listening?
He went to go visit his mom. He can't hear you.
Yeah, he went to go visit his mom. Okay.
I
All
don't
right.
know. I'm not too much the type for jumping
I can hear you. I can hear you.
from one building to another.
Well, we could find some way of getting across, I'm sure, but it just depends. What floor is? Oh, he's walking away again.
I got you. I got my headset on. I can hear. Yeah, we're just
What-
making food.
Oh, what floor is your mom on?
Uh,
You get to make it up, and it also will have
which
repercussions.
floors around the building?
Don't know. It's a tall apartment building over
okay.
in Wellspring. They can shoot up to like hundreds.
I'm gonna say mom would be in like the 6th floor. It's her lucky number.
Okay, not too high up. Cool. Well, I know that the floor that they're on is going to be probably a bit higher than that. Probably not too much higher. I think there's only 28 floors in that subsection of the building that they're kind of connected in. But that could prove fruitful. Maybe more of a physical climb than a bullet storm kind of conflicted move up an elevator. I'm
Only we
definitely.
had a Militech employee to get us into the Militech building.
Well, we don't need a Militech employee to get us into the Militech building because we have him who has a mother who lives there. The SSI don't like Militech.
It'd probably be a good idea not to also out of character. You wouldn't if we're gonna go like do a heist or
Oh,
you don't want to use that.
and just to be sure, were you saying that you're a Militech employee? Was that something you were saying out loud to me right now?
Am I there?
Yeah, everybody's here.
Oh, I didn't know I was there. I'm so
Yeah.
fucking sorry.
You didn't do it in your voice,
Jesus.
so I'm obviously asking that question out of character.
Yeah, no. I thought
Okay.
I thought
Everybody's
I was
here.
away.
He's
Okay.
always used that voice when he plays too. So like when
True
he's
that.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I'm not saying that what you said is canon. Just keep in mind we're all
Gotcha.
here. We're spitting ideas. This is everybody but Mooney's here.
Gotcha.
I mean-
I'm sorry, guys. I would have added a lot more to the table had I realized I was there.
No
Do we
worries.
know what kind of security they have? Like, are we?
So, like I said, they've got their own security systems. Some of them can be pressure plate systems, movement sensors. They have 8 to 12 security drones that were purchased from Militech. Kind of top of the line, so why wouldn't you? It's pretty well known that they're moving Militech armaments through black market methods. Probably have a couple of security turrets. Cameras are obviously present, she says as she gestures towards the video again. Although I don't think this is the extent of all the cameras that they have. This is just the one I was able to crack into.
It sounds to me what would be best in this excursion is to go in as quiet as possible, utilize our network abilities as much, and then all else fails, fall back on the muscle.
Well,
Could I look up on my agent whether or not there's like any type of ongoing cases involving Orange 21
In,
or net security?
in reclamation departments, there are a number of missing convoys, but there are no direct links. there are users notes in the reclamation notes that state there is suspicion towards this area, but there's no confirmation. And there have been a number of vendors, street vendors, who have been found selling Militech armaments with the labels basically removed in a very professional fashion.
Okay, so if I find proof, I can make this an official thing?
Yeah.
I'm going to... I gotta wait till I leave, but when we get to that point,
you can text on the holo. You don't have to physically be doing this.
Yeah. So I'm gonna text Vernon and I'm gonna let him know that I may be possibly going into an investigation with the company at hand and them selling our wares.
Okay.
Just to make it a little official.
Fucking finally, the investment I made in you is paying off. Go ahead and send forward the details when you get a chance for report.
He sends everything.
Is that the reply?
Yeah, he sends everything. Everything that he just got.
Cool.
I'm not opposed to, as you said, kidnapping Nicole and getting her security card, because I owe her, but
sounded like you didn't like her.
Yeah, she's not. Let's say she's not a beginner net runner with no connections. She's the reason my last money faucet turned off, so it might be a little more complicated than just scooping some kid up off the street. But
sure, yeah. Again, if it's an issue and you don't want to go that route, we don't have to. Getting her security clearance might prove fruitless, though. It depends on what her clearance would be regarding Office 21 and what goes on there. It sounds like the most sound lead to follow up on would be points at Razor. This young kid's mom.
I don't know, X. What do you think about this girl? Is she gonna try to screw you over?
Wouldn't be the first time, and not in the ways that I usually prefer. Not that type of friend, for once. She's a little dangerous, but I do owe her some payback. Yeah, I could certainly reach out and maybe say that I'm looking for work since she ended my last contract. Maybe set up a meet, or we could get within a few feet by visiting our pal's mother over there. Is it her birthday? Would she have some friends visiting?
I could get a hold of somebody that can get some strong sedatives. I could find her somewhere, and
I mean, I'll keep that in mind for later anyways, but yeah, I mean, that might be...
You're gonna sedate Razor's mom? What the hell are we talking
about?
I was just talking about...
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And me for later. Girl. I mean, the...
I mean, surgical sedative.
I mean, I'm not picky. Is there a bulk rate, or what's your contact?
He just stares at you. Just
sorry. Empty. Focus. Focus.
And then smirks, like a big smile. It's really weird. It's not socially normal. It's just
off. I feel that. That's that's my vibe too. I get it. Yeah, cool. I'll keep that in mind. That's helpful. I mean, Hunger, you're kind of, well, I guess she's technically bankrolling stuff and you're bankrolling us, but I mean,
that's how the fixer relationship works.
I mean, you're piloting this operation. Be a little bonus for me if I got to get Nicole dealt with, but not looking to risk an entire operation. Can't drink if I'm dead.
That's a hell
or
of
take sedatives if I'm dead.
That's a hell of an astute position.
We'll check the apartment building out first. I agree it sounds like the strongest bet we got, but I don't know.
I'd like to not blow our load, metaphorically speaking, on just surveillance. Since your friend here already knows a way into his mother's apartment, how about we just send him along and he can take a couple of snaps and we can just kind of work with that image-wise. Because if we all roll over there just to look around, might be a problem. We come back later and do it again. You know, maybe just the one time, job time.
Yeah, they wouldn't be strange for me to go over. I go over there pretty often.
Great, good. I'm glad you have a good relationship with her. It's not a situation like gestures over to X.
Yeah, I
Can you
mean,
get a hold of Buzzard?
I got a lot of bad. Sorry.
You wanted
Carry
to call Buzzard, you said?
I need some sedatives.
Well, Buzzard's not available because Steve's not in this game.
Okay.
I see you, Chad. Whenever you're ready to flip in, let me know.
I don't have sedatives then.
You can get them from your like NPC contact.
Probably, yeah.
You're just not going to be able to have him make money off of it.
Don't be promising me drugs and then not.
I was gonna go
rude.
through the surgeon that we.
Yeah, the disadvantage of having to buy stuff right now versus preparing. We've covered this several times this afternoon, have we not, gentle folks?
Yeah, Jonah.
I didn't know we'd be abducting someone and murdering them.
Well,
We don't have to murder them.
pro tip: always be ready for that eventuality. You never know.
Yeah, I just got like recreational amounts of drugs. I don't have like kidnap and knock somebody out levels of drugs on me at all times.
Well,
might be prudent though.
You got
Why
a couple,
not?
couple days worth. You can change it up, make it be what you want it to be. You know.
Yeah, where's Guinea?
No,
He doesn't have.
wakes them
Guinea
the fuck
doesn't
up,
have
man.
downers.
On a
Yeah,
boat.
like
But Guinea is out of therapy actually yesterday, so he is out and about for more jobs.
Well, okay.
What a
I mean,
drug.
he might not have any downers, but I think if you go far enough in one direction, you come back around.
Yeah, fair enough. But I would say that
from experience, it takes a lot.
it's probably best just to work through an NPC instead of dragging player characters into the mix, since we're like right here at the job doing it now. And she'd like to fly ASAP. She'd like to be in that data term literally 10 minutes ago when we started talking.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Are they providing us an AV?
No. The fuck are you talking about?
He wants an AV, baby.
Motherfucker's talking about drugs and he's on all of them. He's on all of
I
them.
thought you said she wanted to fly in there.
No. She wants to go. She wants to the Gandalf fly.
Oh.
You fools.
I did
Wait,
just
we're taking
get
an
here.
eagle?
Oh, I'm missing very valuable context.
No, we're not taking the eagle because we don't trust the eagle with this information.
Sorry.
That's why we didn't take it to Mordor. Jesus.
What about some sedatives called the Eagle?
Fair enough. But yeah, if you want to purchase drugs, if they're expensive or very expensive, you have two fixers. You can make that happen. That is not a
Not
problem.
in the book, but there's no way people do surgery.
Sure.
without them.
I mean, I
No
don't
way.
disagree, but it's probably not going to be instantaneous. Just there are poisons and drugs therein. Just like look that shit up. I got to move people around while you consider that.
I promise you, John, sedatives, if administered appropriately, are instantaneous.
Cool.
So I don't know what's happening or where everybody is, but at this
Don't worry,
moment,
we'll pick you up later.
yes, you hear the distant roar of an engine growing very quickly closer.
You were actually sitting outside finishing. Trying to think of something that would take as long as it did. And the only thing I can think of is like
You're replacing the timing belt in your van.
a hand job. Finishing a hand job. Not like giving one,
Sometimes.
maybe receiving one. I don't know. You're at the Moxes. They do RB sexy.
Everything they do is in BD. You're
I was
wrong.
polishing my crystal.
True. That's true. Yeah. No, that's not 100% true.
Pretty
Mostly true. Yeah.
touch,
Actually,
BD.
yeah, that's right. No touch. That's one of the rules.
Trust me, Reggie's been there a couple times.
There's also dancers, but that's again not going to be a situation where Chad would take 10 to 15 minutes. So not saying that Mooney is. Anyways, moving on.
Mooney take all night.
Yeah, okay, brag. You got what do you got body wise? Carry the 2. It's obviously not going to last that long. Anyways, moving on. You enter in. You're let in or you're directed this way by the bartender. The chime hits. You see her kind of reach down at her leg, and her leg actually breaks open. It seems that she grabs the hilt of a pistol, and she looks at the door. Do you have any more? She's just hungry.
Wait, what did she say? I'm sorry. I was.
Do you have any
Are
more?
we expecting another?
Yeah, one more. Wasn't sure if he was gonna make it or not, but
Right
that's
on
my guy.
time. She says a strange word, nar password, and the door opens.
Oh,
Hey,
thanks.
Her leg closes
Thanks,
up as she lets the pistol back into it. But yeah, literally her
Yeah.
leg opened up like RoboCop, and
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
Mooney watches it like he's just looking at it as it goes back inside her leg, and then he like looks at her and smiles.
you've
like,
seen
tips
the
hat.
kind of gun that was coming out of her leg before. It's a Malorian Overture. It's a very nice, high dollar
Ooh.
revolver.
Fancy.
You got
yeah,
a
good
pistol
to
in your
see you,
thigh, or are you
cowboy.
happy to see me?
Gonna get thrown out.
Sarah, who's about ready to shoot that pistol.
Also do the second one.
Okay, baby cat. Look, I know.
What's new, baby cat?
Okay, so question time, and then we'll go to Razor spying on his own mom.
Yeah. So Mooney makes his way inside and finds everybody and sits down and says, "So what
Oh
I
my God,
missed?"
you're so wiggly.
We're gonna get ourselves killed. He says
Oh.
very flatly.
Is
Oh,
that
we
so?
got-
Maybe even twice.
We got a big job here. We're going into a security firm. Security Specialist Inc. They got a program in there we're looking for proof of for our friend here, Willow. It's likely going to be heavily guarded. All kinds of tech, all kinds of shit. So right now we're going to scout some possible routes in and go from there.
You know,
Do we have any kind of transportation lined up? Because
not terribly
Yeah,
important.
you just showed up.
She says, not terribly important, but I do find it funny. It seems like every time Zigzag finds a nomad family he's partial to, he just passes out the jobs to them like hotcakes. Anderson's, right?
yes, ma'am.
You related to Jumbo?
Yeah, that'd be my older brother.
Yeah, figures. Fucking Zigzag. She shrugs.
I guess I could call him my big brother, but I figured that was obvious.
Yeah, he's a bit large.
Oh, you haven't heard of Mooney here?
Name sounds
Cowboy.
familiar, but it's mostly in regards to that fucking Mooney. When his brother has been mentioning him. He's doing great work, by the way, for the boss. So be proud of that. A little bit of your name for your family seems to be going all over the place. But back to the problem at hand. So, if you want to go ahead and she looks over at Razor, fuck off and go see your mom, that'd be great. That'd be real great.
Okay.
If you can hollow video it to one of your folks here, we can kind of broadcast it. How long do you think it'll take you to get there? We're in Watson. If you take public transportation, it'll be like 2 hours. If you take somebody driving you, probably cut that in half or maybe 45 minutes.
I mean, I bet with Mooney driving, it could be like half an hour.
45 minutes would probably be the extent of...
If Mooney wants to give me a ride, I can get over there pretty soon.
All right. Well, before I leave, something for y'all to consider. This sounds like the kind of job that's going to need something that packs a bit more punch than that jalopy I got sitting outside.
Actually, no, because the car's not going to be able to make it into the place. It's high up in a building. The car's not going to be terribly important. You're not going to be able to drive anywhere, and we're not running away once it's done.
Not with that attitude.
Oh,
Once
okay.
once the broadcast's done, you can figure out how the fuck you want to get out of there. I don't really care. I'm pretty sure I'll just be able to walk out. But that might just be my arrogance. I usually...
Yeah,
Lucky
sorry.
you.
left that part out. It is a multi-story building, and it's somewhere up on like the 10th floor or some shit.
Possibly higher, possibly lower. Not for certain what floor it's on, but yeah, it's definitely up there. And very secure. The weigh-ins, electronic securityed up, and the floor that they're on probably has about 8 to 12 different battle drones or battle robots. Militech, top of the line. Same shit that Eurodyne has up at his place, I think. There was like a commercial about it not too long ago. Anyway, fucking, yeah, you're going to go up there to the front door, or we're going to jump on the building from the side, I guess?
I'd like to be able to help us getting in the front door.
And how do you propose that?
Well, I work for Militech.
How does that help us?
Well, I am part of the reclamations department, and right now, they are under investigation of selling our wares illegally.
So you are going to, what, call in a Militech SWAT squad, or what?
Well, I'm going to reclaim our stolen merchandise.
I think you must be a newer guy to the streets, and you're definitely not talking the normal exec lingo that I'm used to. If you've got a means of just smashing the door down with some Militech swatters, then great, I'm down. Fucking hell yeah. You guys do your business, and you just tell your guys to look the other way while I deal with what I'm dealing with. Once again, Zigzag earning his fucking cut of the bread, am I right? Looking over at Hungry. Then shifting back to Johan.
Wait, y'all got bread?
But if you don't have a Militech SWAT team ready to go on standby, and you can just push the button on that call, I highly do not suggest walking in the front door and acting like you own the place, because they will probably murder you.
Yo,
your soul gonna get reclaimed, my man.
What
those guns, those
Do I
arms
have
in
a
there.
Militech squad?
You do not. You're level 1 exec. You are basically the best way to think about this, Johan, as your kind of level in Militech is you're a desk jockey. You're a new hire. You're like one step above a mail carrier. Like
you're basically the cashier at Staples.
Yep. And the problem with the reclamations department is they don't typically like feed you work unless they're doing it like intentionally like they have in the past. So most of the time you have to make yourself look like you're worth keeping around from payroll.
Okay. So I can't call Fisk and ask him for...
Oh, you can ask Fisk for whatever you want, but he's probably not going to be very...
Damn.
Regardless, I don't want Militech in this, because those guns, those arms, are ours. We're going in here. The spoils belong to us.
Well,
I'm not giving up.
Hold on. I do, Willow says, I do see a bit of an avenue for, again, maintaining an air of, I don't want you fucking coming back at any of these folks here and fucking with them. Again, I don't know your relationship, but obviously you're on good enough terms that looks over at Hungry. He would bring you here without, like a bullet in your head and then like his hand up your ass and moving your mouth with his own hand to like, form sentences. So that's good. That means that he has like a certain level of trust. So we're good there. But I think there can be kind of a level of gradation. So obviously, looking over at Reggie, top pick's going to go to the people who are actually on site doing the work, right? If he's going to bring a Militech crew,
she's saying that to
Reggie.
Me?
Yeah, she just looked at you and said,
up my oh.
No.
Fuck.
No.
No. You gotta pay attention to the whole sentence, my guy. So he said, or she said, to Johan, obviously there's a level of trust. Hungry is not using you as a puppet. You're a person who has agency. Then turned to Reggie and said, obviously we need to kind of make sure everyone's happy here. Yeah. We're on site, we get first pick, or you get first pick, right? And then once, the spoils are kind of left to just the spoiled, well, you can give that back to Militech and he can get his gold fucking shiny star on the whiteboard in the office. Who gives a fuck?
I kind of like that.
Yeah, me too.
I like that.
Because It also covers up my tracks.
But to say, it looks like it's a Militech operation.
It covers the fuck up on my tracks. So then, yeah, I'm down. As long as, you know, you aren't sending hollows or anything, like during this meeting, towards, you know, your department or anything. I did tell you I silenced up the room, and any, you know, externals are being copied and sent to my cyber deck, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So just as long as you're not trying to finger me while we're talking, then we should be
you're
good.
not involved in this.
Great. So then, yeah, we'll fucking storm this place or sneak in, probably. Sounds good. Yeah. And then we'll shoot some people, maybe. I'll stand around for about a minute looking like I'm not doing anything, and you'll make sure no one shoots my head off. And then after that's done, we should be good. I think that's about the right window. About a minute is all I need.
Do we have a good opportunity to turn off a lot of these electronic security cameras, turrets?
Here's the rub. I'm a pretty good net runner. I like to boast. I'm pretty damn good. But I'm not going to be able to do shit on site because my deck, other than shoot people, she pats her leg, because my deck is going to be completely kitted out for one function and one function alone. And it's going to make it the fastest possible. If that weren't the case and I had to hard do it, it would take me about 4 hours. But since it will be set up prior, should be a problem. About a minute. So, looks over at X. You're a net runner. You got some connections with SSI, so that means you might know the systems. So it sounds like that could be good. You might be able to fuck with some cameras.
I see what I can do.
Maybe turn a turret or two in a different direction. That'd be great.
As long as there's no crazy burn people alive ghost already hiding out in there.
I don't want to follow that up with any questions.
It's a real preem crew we got here. I thought this was going to be my blaze of glory.
They all know that I don't want to die by burning alive. We've been very clear on that a few days ago. So
Fair.
I'm assuming they've done due diligence. So you're probably fine. Don't worry about it.
Fair. Yeah, but if they... SSI is a little bit old school, as I'm sure you're well aware. So a lot of the stuff there is going to be net architectures that are pretty sound solid, so you're going to need to be right on the terms to be able to mess with them. In my preliminaries, I do know that they have a net architecture out front. They have a net architecture in the reception hall for the office building, and that's not SSI controlled, but it is an SSI system, which means they could probably take it over if they wanted to. And then the last one that I'm pretty sure is there, but no confirmation to be certain, but there's probably one or more net architectures inside of the actual office floor. And I'm already ready to deal with the one I have to deal with. So, again, your mission on this is pretty simple. Get me in, give me a minute. The second I start going live, they're going to probably start coming. So you're going to need to start doing some shooting and be on the ready. And then once I'm clear, we need to basically just walk out the way we came back in. A point of escape will be made. I mean, I'm going to come up with one while we're entering. But if you want to throw some ideas as we're moving through the building, you know, on site, so much the better. But yeah, I typically don't enter into a space without knowing a way out.
What do you think about the location, X? Any good exits?
I mean, I try not to sniff around there too much since my, we'll say, friend probably keeping a little bit of an eye out for me. She's right. They're very old school. I mean, it's not going to be more difficult getting out of there than leaving any office building.
Can I acquire a flying vehicle as part of my motor pool?
No, your motor pool needs to be a bit higher level for you to be able to do that. So that would go under the Moto.
Yeah, sorry, I can't look it up in the...
No worries, I'm on it. So for motor pool Nomad, you need a rank 5 or 6 to be able to get a helicopter, and you need a 7 or 8 to be able to get an AV.
Damn.
You far off.
No. It sucks because I might be able to push it up to from 4 to 5 with the IP I get from this mission.
Yeah. again, minimum on this is 60. So
Well, shit. If we could acquire a flying vehicle, that'd be great. Because I'm not sure how helpful Mooney's going to be on like a 20-story slog through a building.
let's focus up.
You can shoot things. It's fine.
Let's focus up the lead that we got. So, Razor, right? Go ahead and get us some photos. Get us some video, and we'll stay here and wait for you to report back. Okay, Mooney and Razor head off. Mooney, are you taking Razor to his mom's?
Yep, if that's where he needs to go.
Okay, anybody else want to ride with them? Again, you probably won't go in. It'll just be Razor going in, but if you want to ride with them, you can.
I'll be picking X's brain over this woman that we could possibly abduct.
Okay.
I mean, I could always pop inside and flirt with Razor's mom.
She's like 60.
He's still gonna do it.
Yeah, that's why X isn't going. I mean, he can't
Yeah,
help
May
but
would
try to
flirt
pick
with her
up the
just
lady.
to make her feel nice.
While they're doing that, John, not to sidetrack from it too much, I'd like to do a library search or something along those lines to see if I can pick up anything more recent on
Go for it.
Nicole. What did I roll? I gotta scroll way the fuck down here.
14.
That's not good enough. But...
So you would know that she currently resides in the Biotechnica Hotel. She has moved up in her position in SSI, and she's actually a pretty higher ranking corpo, last you recall. Based on her positioning, if you were to abscond with her, and she wanted to or had means to do so, she could probably pull SSI, the whole corporation, down on you as a response. So keep that in mind.
Gonna guess if she got promoted, she doesn't have any debts or anything that we can leverage. So.
To answer the chat, that would be Biotechnica Hotel, which is a condo and hotel apartment, which folks would know Letty is probably residing in as well as a higher level executive for a nearby corporation.
Did our luck ever reset? My luck has been at 0.
Oh, sorry, apologies. Your luck would have reset on the 24th. I forgot to post it. I had the roll 20 stuff that I was dealing with and all that, but yeah.
You're fine.
Neat.
No.
It sounds like my lead is not going to be a great one. But
That's good to know. Eliminate all the possibilities.
Well, you could try and catch her out still. It's not impossible, but yeah, if it's a situation that goes south, it's going to go really far south.
Let's see how this Razor situation shakes.
High risk, high reward.
Are there any other Militech pencil pushers involved in this case?
Nope. It looks like it's just one of those dump files that they just kind of put to rumor. There's no actual leads. This is the first lead that's been put on it, so that's why Vernon was just like, whatever, man, get to work.
Gotcha. Okay. Is there any way Vernon could get me access to the building without it being suspicious, or just
The building is not Militech's. I just want to make sure you're clear on that. It is
No. Yeah, I got it.
It is a security firm that's not on friendly terms with Militech. It is a competitor, so he's not going to be able to get you access magically to a competitor's building. I just want to make sure you understand what we're walking into. The only building that has Militech security is the one that Razor's mom lives in.
Okay.
I always knew Razor's mom was military.
Yeah, there was a chance that Brent wasn't playing tonight, so in my writing, I made avenues for possibilities for different.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
Because if Zach and John were willing to play, the two people I probably would have kicked out were going to be Brent and Dan.
Yeah, fuck you two.
Just saying, you played the most. Shit.
That's true. That's valid.
I think actually Dan and Joe are close to about the same, but again, Joe picked up the job, so it'd be kind of weird explaining that one away.
Work this one from the desk.
Yeah, I could have done that. That would have been actually smart. You're like, let Dan sub in. I'm just gonna go off the face, and I'm just gonna be the voice in the background.
You want to go like test kitchen some new burgers for the truck, and they can deal with the rest of this shit?
Yeah, you technically don't have to go in. You could Johan it.
I mean, what if Johan tried to arrange a meeting and that was our way in through the front door?
With SSI. So let me make sure you're
Yes.
clear, because I just
I'll be.
I just yelled at
let's
Jonah.
stop.
I'm going to yell at you
We
as
have
well.
a way in.
So hold on. I just want to make sure the yelling is clear, okay? Because Jonah got it, and I do want to spit roast you too real quick, just to make sure you understand.
No,
SSI is the
were...
competitor. They're not going to meet with Militech. It's not going to be like okay, let's be friends. They hate each other.
We hate SSI.
The reason why SSI has any clout in the city is because Militech got kicked out of it effectively from any operations because they fucked up in the unification war.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure if the animosity was to that
pretty
level.
severe.
Now I understand.
Yeah, it's a security firm that's taking work from Militech, and Militech has no power to say fuck you or buy them out because they can't do a whole bunch of shit in Night City because of the unification war.
That's okay.
So the relationship is as hostile as yours and John's is right
now.
Okay, so we need to yeah. So you say we have a way in through the front door.
No,
We think. We don't know yet.
we're going through the back door.
That is not the one. That is not the way in.
To fast forward it, Mooney, you're kind of asking Razor, and Razor's probably answering in a very kind of, I don't know, I really wasn't paying attention. Is that how Razor would be?
I'm just here to kill, so...
I'm just here to murder. I don't even know why my mom's getting involved, but fuck it. So you drive to the apartment. Razor, you get out. You go up to the 6th floor and enter into your mom's apartment. She's awake. She is currently watching TV. Looks like she's watching a new episode of Hogwatch that just came out.
Is it the one you're on?
Is it the one I'm... Yeah.
No, it looks like it's one from maybe like August.
Damn.
And yeah, it has to deal with a cyber psycho who, really strange one that had effectively turned themselves into like a weird, macabre kind of spider by kind of adding limbs.
Add into it.
Very strange.
Right. Cool.
Anyway, psychotics be psychotic. I love bullying everyone, Elizabeth. Anyway.
He's out of control.
So when you get in, she's kind of watching TV and she says, "Oh, hey. Well, what brings you around?"
Just checking out a building across the street for some things.
I wish I had known. I would have thrown some pre-pack in the microwave. You can
We're
grab...
good. I just got back from meeting.
Oh, great. Good. I didn't want to have to go shopping, and there's a bit in there, but you can eat quite a bit when you do. So why are you here? And are you an internal agent or external?
External.
So you probably have it out if you're going to start filming and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but I gotta take some pictures for some people for across the street.
I gotta do a real talk dance. Tick reel. I don't know. I'm trying to mix reels and TikTok. Is this?
I got you.
Yeah. Is this good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Works for me.
Okay. So if you start taking shots, what you'll note is that the building in question, once you're going to bring up the video feed, on the other side in the club, 45 minutes have passed. So I just want to make sure if there was any questions you wanted to ask Willow before this interaction starts to resolve, this would be the time to ask those questions. Since there's just kind of a delay.
Oh, no, she probably wouldn't be okay to me.
So nothing?
No.
I don't really think I need anything answered.
Okay, so just kind of banter back and forth, her asserting.
I assume I'm doing my library searching stuff while that's going on. So I'm
I will shoot Jules a message saying, "Hey, I need to pick up, some rocks and maybe some succinate paralytics."
He says, "I don't know if I can get you on such short notice. Maybe tomorrow in the morning."
Thank you, Jules. Little too late. Should work out fine. And I'd send him a heart emote, like there's a heart.
Okay.
No, Reggie wouldn't do that. Reggie wouldn't send him a heart. I would send him a heart. I'm not doing that.
Jonah, you were asking a question.
Would Willow be okay with sending the
So-
information to Johan or no?
Real quick, I just want to make sure you're asking a question of me, John. I am the referee, but the question that you're asking is not something that Johan would know. So it's really a
Right.
question that you, as Johan, need to ask. So I can't answer the question that you asked the way you asked it. You need
That's
to
fair.
formulate how you're going to ask that question of the character. Yeah.
Villa, would you possibly be inclined to relieve some of the information involving Militech and his company to an employee?
Again, the information I have is rumors, and they're rumors, so I actually would be opposed to sending that information. You can go ahead and tell whoever you're trying to contact, or whatever books you're trying to put down, crossing your I's, dotting your T's, that they're rumors. That's the best I can give you. I'm sorry.
No, this is fine.
So about this AI, do you think there's anything that's kind of
developed?
Do I? Well, we had mentioned it, didn't we?
No, yeah, the cameras. He said, "Oh, it looks like fucking hell." Dan and Tom got swapped somehow.
Oh, we gotta change personalities, man. I gotta
go complete cyber psycho.
Yeah, I gotta.
I
gotta get a
like,
little
I
icy.
it's actually psycho. Like burger psycho, I believe is the psychosis.
Yeah, that's right. I'll have to pivot to mourning the loss of some burgers. I can make that shift. I got it.
Are you equating burgers and his girlfriend?
He really loves those burgers.
Look, man, they're good.
And they were free.
That's right.
They're made with
Free
real
stuff
beef.
is generally better.
They're not made with real beef. There's no way.
Or easy beef, I'm sorry, is what it's called.
Real easy beef.
Anyway, if no other questions are asked,
I would start asking about this AI, the basics of the AI. And
we don't have a lot of information, and should just kind of recite what's already been said.
I recently I would tell her about the Reaper and just talk about my experience with Gabby, and then like this ordeal that I need to bring this to its resolution.
Cuts you off like about midstream, and she says, "I don't know if any of this has to do with that. So if you need to focus on that," she gestures towards the door. But if you want to stay focused up, then great.
I can. But if it does, would you be able to, if you find anything out, would you let Hungry know? You don't have to let me know. You could let Hungry know.
Oh, you mean in the information I'm pulling?
Yeah.
The information is going to be broadcast over N54. I've got a contact there who's, I'm hoping, pushes the story quick. So whatever information I'm getting is going to be broadcast live. So don't worry about it.
I'm just saying, if you see anything in the architecture while you're looking for what you're going to, I mean, just...
Okay. Like I was saying, the cyber deck I'll be taking with me is going to be a little bit limited.
Specific. Okay. Well, thank you.
No problem. The holo pops up. Razor's showing images. 6th floor. You can see the building. You can see that there is the remnant of a fire escape just across like a 10 to 12 foot gap from the window straight across. Like it's a straight shot horizontal jump. There's no remnant of the stairs up or ladder up, and there's no remnant of any of the positions above it, like the balcony struts of the fire escape. It's just this one lone balcony that looks rusted and dusty. There are, however, a number of earthquake supports, which are like these very large steel X's that have been kind of put over the side of the building. And it looks like a number of the fire escape positions were basically cleared out to make way for this support structure. And it looks like there are a number of windows kind of higher up. But it seems strange, right about where the 13th floor would be, the window shapes change. So they're very normal glass panel windows on all the floors that you can see. But on the 13th floor, they're kind of these strangely round, kind of almost porthole-like windows. And then above the 13th floor, it goes back to normal windows.
So they on the 13th floor.
She would say, I would have to say so. Those look like secure windows. Probably, probably triple pane. bulletproof glass.
What floor? So the 13th or the 12th floor, the windows are no longer the security ones?
Yeah, everything besides
We're
the 13th
trying
floor
to
is not
escape.
secure.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
I mean, that's fine if we can get access to a lower floor, but we're still going to have to find a means through either the stairwell or the elevator to get into the 13th floor. Some other method.
Yeah, I mean, my fat ass tries to climb on that fire escape. The whole thing's coming down.
No,
Yeah.
man, they got the earthquake supports. It'll be all right.
Undoubtedly, they would probably have. There's probably insulation and other secure kind of materials in the floor and probably the ceiling if they're that crazy about the windows. We
Out
could
of character, can we just double jump up the building like V?
No.
Maybe if you'd prepared and gotten, cyber implants before.
Yeah, and real talk, in game, if those legs do exist, they're going to cost the same they do in that game, which is like 35,000 eddies. So
I can afford it.
I can get one shin done.
I can look at them for a couple minutes.
5,000 eddies.
Broke ass bitches, no.
So our best bet's probably still just breaking in and through the front door then. Or not front door, but guns ablazing essentially. 'Cause,
Well-
I mean,
No. We're going in as quietly as possible. We're going to try and get X access to a terminal to where he can hack and turn off the security systems. At that point, he's going to look at the architecture in the building. He's going to find us a means of getting to the location and then a means of egress. We're going to get in and out as quickly and quietly as possible. We're not trying to go in and raise hell until Militech busts in the door.
No. Militech's not.
I'm talking about
No.
at one point we want to have Militech come in
But
and
that's
take
not
the
going to happen.
heat for the job. I'm talking about like
Militech
the
is
end.
yeah. Militech is that guy. That's him busting in the door right there.
No, that's not going to happen. You guys do the busting. I do the reclamation. That's it.
Willow kind of goes, "Oh yeah, that's an interesting point. So since this is going to be a nice shiny gold star on your whiteboard, as previously discussed, you're kind of paying for this job too, aren't you?"
Yeah.
No, that's all hungry.
Strange conundrum we have here. 3 fixers all trying to take my money and spread it out over all these different discourses. She looks at Hungry. You're getting your cut. Just so we're transparent, I'm assuming it's probably, what, 20, 25%?
I usually take a little bit, but I make sure all my people are well paid, taken care of if they do a good job.
Well, I'm just making sure, if you're getting taken care of, and you've got a Militech goon over here who's getting paid to effectively get paid, that might be a problem, right?
Look at this fucking guy. Look at this fucking guy here. This guy gets paid on top of getting paid all the fucking time. He's been doing it his whole fucking life, and I'm not mad at him for it. You don't need to worry about what my people bring to the table.
You're
This
right.
is why I brought them to the table, and I'll take care of their payments.
You're right.
That's a fixer right there.
I overstep my bounds as a client, and I thank you for putting me in my place. She smiles and says, and then kind of looks at Jonah, kind of annoyed, but like still with a smile on her face, and then kind
He's
of
just sipping scotch.
looks back to Hungry. It's definitely going to look like we're going to hit this balcony, climb up the support strut, get to the 12th floor. I believe your door gunner said, and break in there. See if there's a possible means of getting into the 13th floor via net runnery at that point.
Yeah, it's a good plan. Best
Okay.
we got.
I'm assuming you're going to take a position in the apartment and just kind of hang low there.
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm going in.
You keep surprising the shit out of me. and I want to let you know that I appreciate that Zigzag's eye for strong fixers is so keen. So keen.
What kit were you sporting though, Joe? Like, what do you got equipment wise?
Pistols, got some pistols.
What else? What armor you got?
A
You
lot
got
of
any?
beef.
None of your business.
I mean, you're a pretty big boy. You should probably be wearing some pretty thick armor.
I got some.
That is
I got
his
some
armor.
armor, Jack. I'm wearing very nice clothes, man.
Okay. I don't want you dying.
Oh my god.
Hungry doesn't do much evading.
All right, apologies. Quick burn in the chat. Zach W in the chat states, so long as he doesn't have to run more than 20 feet, he's a machine.
Yeah, that doc episode, that pier episode was
It was epic.
Man, it's
Taking
like we
the
uploaded one of
stairs.
the Gimli.
We uploaded quick hack.
Anywho.
Yeah, we'll see. If I don't fall down the fire escape and bring the whole thing down off the side of the building to my death, then I mean I might get to see a couple rounds of combat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Let's get to it. So, she says, should we head over that way now? Or do you want to wait? Is there anything you need to wait for? Again, client, I want it done as soon as possible.
At this point, we're just overthinking it.
Do we have supplies to get from the apartment to the building though? Like, do we have like ropes, grappling hooks? I don't have any of that.
Do you not know how to jump 10 feet?
I do.
I'm gonna grow a pair of cyber angel wings out of my ass and fly across the fucking thing.
How much did that cost you?
That's definitely a mod I've never heard of.
Did you pick that up at the market the other night? Because I didn't see that.
We're gonna make it, Reggie. I mean, you were definitely gonna make it. If anybody's got to be worried about the jump, it's me.
That's what I'm worried about, boss.
I'll make it too. I got strong legs, you know. They gotta carry a lot all day long.
Yeah, and based on the size of you, and looked over at Hungry and you,
runner.
I'm pretty sure you could toss these other ones right across, no problem.
Okay, that's what we're gonna do.
Looks over at Johan. I mean, this guy probably weighs what, like 50, dripping wet? Like,
I mean, I do have some rope. I'll tie a rope to him and throw him.
Yeah,
More like,
it's a
120, 120.
I mean,
125.
Like I said.
What are you, a fucking bird? You can fly up there then, man. What do you need to jump for?
Hollow bones shit.
All my bones are hollow. I do not need to.
I'm actually very skilled at board law.
You probably don't need to worry about me. I stay fit, you know, keep busy, work out. You know, maybe not the traditional method, but you know,
Fair enough.
a lot of sweating.
Us folks are going to take the hungry truck out that way. We're not going to stop right in front of the apartment because that would be dumb. And then we're going to exit the vehicle and kind of walk around like kind of a tourist group or a clique and make a phone call to Razor to link up and get the buzz in. Before that happens, though, I need someone to go ahead and roll a D10.
Ooh, I won't do it.
Get a girl.
10.
All right. So as you're kind of making your way over to the apartment, about 10 guys, big dudes. One of them is just on his shoulder carrying a gold-plated Gatling gun. Just kind of walk over to you. Guy in the middle. Looks like he's wearing kind of like a nice suit. Gold chains. Kind of looking over at you as you're kind of moving. And he says, "Do you motherfuckers know where you're at?"
Who is he gesturing to?
All of you. And he's just kind of looking at you. And all his people are kind of like looking at you like...
Where are I at?
Wellspring. So you're in Joe Boy territory.
Oh.
And it looks like this clique is taken to liking your little group.
Yeah, sorry. Got some business down here, kind of an urgent thing. Didn't have a chance to call Junior ahead of time.
At least this motherfucker knows what he's supposed to be doing. Alright. Well, respect. You got a name, big guy?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Favorable reputation.
I fucking love when you say that.
fixer from Valentino's. One of the guys whispers to the big guy. Guy kind of looks at you and says, "Don't go starting shit for any of the people around town. You cause any motherfuckers in this, if any of your people, if any of your crew, cause any problems for any of our people, we're going to have issues. And we'll report right back to who we need to talk to. All right?"
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. If any of my boys cause any problems for you, you just fucking zero them on the spot.
Not us.
We got nothing but respect for you boys.
Not
We're
us.
not here to cause you trouble.
We don't give a shit about us. You can fuck with us all. We can handle our business. I'm talking about any of these nice folk. Just an old man kind of walking with an older lady, and they're just like happily strolling around. Not a common sight in Night City, but in Wellspring, everybody seems to be just very chill and not causing anybody any issues. And he says, "Just be cautious." Kind of wanders off.
I like you guys. You're all right.
Joe boys don't fuck around.
That is just beautiful.
Well, take care of their people.
Old people in Night City. You never see that.
Yeah, lucky bastard. I think of the things he's seen, though. Maybe not so lucky.
Willow says, "Yeah, I'm okay with being zeroed in this fucking gig right now." So, you folks make it to the apartment, head on up to the 6th floor, enter into Razor's mom's apartment, and as you kind of all start kind of mustering in, by this point, your mom's unconscious. She's already went to bed, so you're kind of doing like this, like inviting friends over for a sleepover kind of deal.
Mom's asleep in there.
I was gonna say, does she have some more?
No, she's like 60, dude. She sleeps all the time.
Can you get that in a pill?
It's like 7, or no, it's probably closer to 8 by this point. So yeah,
It's not her bedtime.
Yeah.
Wait, your mom's 60?
Yeah.
She's lived this long?
Yeah, she's lived here pretty much her whole life, I'm pretty sure.
Wellspring.
Oh, okay. There's nothing but old people here.
A few of them. Yeah. Willow kind of looks to the window. All right, well. She says, "I'm going to need about 30 minutes before we jump out this window. Got to get the deck ready." And
Johan is going to take out his briefcase, open it like execs do. He's just going to pull out a big-ass fucking grenade launcher with a couple grenades attached to his belt. I'm ready.
That shit weighs more than you, right? Like, what?
Oh, yeah, no, this thing is fucking heavy. But I'm ready.
And Mooney, you would have came up when you saw the crew get kind of accosted. So you're all up in the apartment. She spent some time getting her cyber deck ready. Everyone else, if there's anything that you want to be doing preparatory-wise, go ahead and get that shit out of the way.
Yeah, I think Mooney has brought pretty much everything except for his triple threat. He's got everything all like piled in this duffel bag. So he's got like his pistols where he can get them easily, but like his crowbar, his assault rifle, all his grenades, all that shit's in his duffel bag, as well as his tools.
Cool.
But he is mostly expecting a fight. I would like to, for the record, his vehicle's parked down on the street.
Yeah.
Opposite the building we're gonna be in.
Okay.
So basically in front of the apartment building.
Yeah. So the thing is it can't be out front because the walk up to the front of the building you're about to go into is actually underneath the street level, and it actually goes into an area where cars don't go. So it's probably parked on what you would equate as the 3rd floor on the street at that level. That makes sense? So, go ahead.
No, yeah, you keep doing your thing.
I was gonna say, if you come out the front door for some reason, you would just need to run up a set of stairs to get to the street level. And if you jump out the 3rd window, you can jump over or 4th window would probably be best. Jump over like a 10-foot high fence that's kind of on the sides of the streets to land on it.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Cool.
And now, go ahead, Hungry.
I got some gifts here from the good doc. I had him whip some of these little syringes up.
And I would pass one out to Reggie, Mooney, and Razor.
In case you get badly hurt in there, this will keep you from zeroing out right away. Only in case of emergencies.
Does a speed heal.
Speed heal. I mean, I got these in my bag, boss.
Do you? How many do you have on you?
Where'd you buy them?
And I'll also tell you, I make them.
Oh, you have med tech.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn.
You can't administer those to yourself.
Yeah, you
I have
can.
to administer them. Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
If they're
I'm cool with that.
If they're set for air hypos, you can.
Sure. I'm for it.
Pretty sure. Am I wrong?
You can. Yeah. No, you're right.
If I'm wrong,
You're wrong. Only medtechs. But
Okay. You are
honestly,
one.
Yeah, I know.
So you have more that you can administer.
Okay. Want me to?
Just have them on the person that you'd be healing. So them having it on them ready for administration.
Honestly, that's perfect. Hold it on your body, because then I can pull it, stick it.
Mhm.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, that's
You can
great.
give one to Jonah and X. Make sure
Oh,
everybody's got one. And I'll keep my extra, and I got 2 on me. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Only one will hit. Only one will work a day.
Yeah.
Only
I
one
will,
will work a
yeah,
day.
but it's not needed
I got
more than
I
that,
got
you
some
know what I
other
mean?
stuff for you
With
too.
Reggie.
I got stems for you.
Like on a
Is Hungry planning
scale-
on dying? Shit.
on a scale of 1 to 10, like how hard am I gonna vibe on this?
Not much.
No,
You'll
I'm
get a
not-
little rush, but no.
Probably
That's
not gonna do it.
That's just
and then-
that's just endorphins and
doesn't-
adrenaline. That's it.
That's really
It's
not
it's,
gonna register.
it's mild. No, I can.
Alright, well, okay.
If you really want some drugs, man, I can.
Alright, that you stay alive.
So
'Cause
because of the shift that I mentioned in kind of like how buildings are kind of placed in the space, the 6th floor for the apartment building is actually the 9th floor that you'll be jumping across to. You'll be making your way up to the 12th floor. So you're only going to be climbing the earthquake brace like about 3 floors. Who's going first?
Not
Sorry, I got-
wrong.
I would like to attach rope to them, like just tie it loosely, like not loosely, but just not to inhibit their movement, just to be their safe, their safety net. I'd like to go last, and if I can help launch them, or maybe toss them, like tie them up and toss them.
Yeah, you can use the help
I'd like
action
to
because
do that
+1
too.
to somebody's
throw
roll.
that
You can
big
make a
ass
check.
football.
So go ahead and make. Who's going to go first?
Razor can.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's the good choice.
Razor, you're going first. You're going to make an athletics check, and then Reggie, you're going to make an athletics check as well.
19?
Ooh.
Okay, so it's actually a 20 because you were tossed. The DV was 8, so you clear it easy enough. You land on the other side. Upon landing on it, you expect it to kind of like be, unstable because it's just rusty looking. But when you hit it, it is nice and sturdy. Like you slam onto it, and it's kind of like that nice like boom sound as you kind of hit it. You realize that probably the reason that they didn't get this out wasn't for lack of trying. As you kind of look down at like the braces that are holding it against the wall, it's more just because this one was probably the last one they tried to remove, and probably the hardest one based on the number of kind of mounts that this thing has been kind of locked onto the wall with.
Gotcha.
So
It's kind of like we don't really need to remove it, so we'll just leave it here.
it's not even in the way of the brace. It's fine. But if you kind of move to the side of it, if you don't go through this window, you can jump off of this onto the brace, which is a 45-degree angle, but it's kind of wide enough, just wide enough that you can kind of grab it with your hands and push down with your feet, and you can kind of create a secure kind of climbing position as you kind of make your way up the brace.
Yeah, Razor can do that.
Okay.
Hey, honestly,
Okay.
I want you to hang out over there with a rope. I still have one side. I want you to hold on to the other side.
Oh, okay. I can do that too.
How big is he? How big is Razor?
Solo big. Not
Can
like
you tie it? Can you tie it anywhere over there?
yeah. There's the railing,
Tie it to that. I'll hand the rope to.
and then
to
he'll go
Hungry.
up.
Yeah.
You're going next.
Yeah, I got this.
I ain't throwing your ass.
You're gonna bowl him, right? You just like
He's got the rope. He's fine. All else fails, hold on to that rope.
Oh yeah.
You hop across without any aid from the rope. You just kind of do like a and land on the other side with like a meaty and And then as you kind of hit it, you can see Reggie's making his way up the brace. And as you're standing there, Reggie, you get up to what would be like right underneath the weird-looking windows, and you're at one of the regular-looking windows. Looking inside, it looks like the space
Reggie
is...
or Razor?
Razor, sorry, wrong R word. You're looking inside the window, and it looks like it's filled with just cardboard boxes.
Like storage, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll like look down and be like, I'm pretty sure this other floor is kind of empty, boys.
So lucky break, we might be able to get in.
Yeah.
Get X hooked up.
So once you get up to that point in the brace, there are kind of spots on the side, like if you want to latch a rope to, you can like send it down the brace to give them a better means of climbing it than what you did. But it wasn't that hard, so you're pretty sure everybody here, unless they're like, you know, extremely soft, or is going to be able to make the climb.
Yeah, Johan.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I'm a soft boy, but I'll try it.
Just fly with your bird bones.
I mean, I'll throw you if you're okay with
through
it.
the wall.
But Razor,
No.
you do have the option of what you want to do with this window and how you want to enter into it.
The only way I could think to enter the window would be breaking it, but 'cause I'm assuming it doesn't open.
No, it doesn't look like it has any means to open it on this side. It does look like it can be opened.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Do you have a crowbar?
I don't have a crowbar.
What sort of mechanism for the opening?
It does look like it's newer style latch style mechanism, but it's like a triple latch in that it has like an upwards latch for kind of your stereotypical window latch, but it also has one of those side turning latches that locks it, and it appears to be in the lock position. And then the third portion of the lock mechanism is on the sides. It's a pull up window, so it actually opens inwards and up. And it doesn't look like that force, like pushing inwards, will work because it has like a weighted, my brain's trying to remember words, but like a weighted thing, hinges, let's call them hinges. But it's more of like a pneumatic thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Out of
Yeah.
curiosity, John, I know when Willow was going over the stuff, she mentioned they are pretty old school security, so there aren't going to be terminals just kind of free floating out there. I'm assuming there's nothing from the building that I can kind of ping from here, get any kind of...
Yeah, you kind of need to be pretty close to see old style net architecture and kind of like be able to note it.
I just wanted...
Not really anything here, no.
Alright.
And there's no like slit in the window or anything where I can like try to put a knife in to pop the lock, is there?
If you have pick lock as a skill, you can try it, or you can just try it untrained.
What's that under? Just out of...
Because this is in D&D. Pick lock is under technique.
You're trying untrained. I mean, it's only a 4, boys. Let's hope.
I got a 6. You want me to fuck with it?
It's already up there.
Okay.
7.
Oh no.
You're messing around with it, but you're realizing, like, you know, fingers, hands, and, you know, your keys probably, like, to places isn't really sufficing. You definitely need tools to be able to get anywhere in this. The difficulty value changes depending on how you're trying to open it, and without tools, it's...
Yeah. Then, does it look like I could break it pretty easily?
Yeah, easily enough. It definitely will cause noise. But yeah, you do remember seeing Mooney put tools in his bag, like in his side bag.
Wait for the group, man.
Okay. Yeah,
We're not even there.
You set up the rope, and then just to get yourself out of the way, you slide back down. Looking at the situation, Hungry's already on there. No one else has jumped across, right?
No, I mean, if Mooney's got tools, I'm pretty good with locks and tech, so I give it a shot.
Okay. So
That's up to me.
You stay on the brace, or do you put yourself back on the balcony, Razor?
I'll put myself out of the way so that.
Okay. So as you kind of get off the brace and get on there with Hungry, the two of you notice a differential in weight, kind of shifts just a little bit, but it's not like, oh, we're falling. But what you realize is that it might be able to support maybe 2 more people, but it definitely can't support all 6 of you.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll wait till X goes up there with the tools, and then I'll follow behind him. That way I can kind of also brace him up there so
Okay.
that he doesn't fall down.
You're
If
all in
that's
the hollow.
possible.
You're all in the hollow. There's a bit of wind through this kind of area. It's kind of like a nice divide, so it's going to get windy in this space, coastal region, what have you. So you kind of hollow out to Mooney. And Mooney, do you lend extra tools? Muted if you're talking.
Yeah, is there is there something?
Are you proficient in picking?
Pick lock is the technique skill.
I've got a +8.
That's
Well,
about
they're your tools. Why don't you do it?
Yeah.
Let
That's
him
fine.
do it.
Okay,
I mean, if I use
so
the
then
tools, am I
Shit.
using a different skill?
No, it just reduces.
that's just the one. Once you have tools, it reduces the difficulty value.
Yeah. Yeah, we have the same chance, Chad. So it sounds like them
Hey,
being
cowboy.
your tools.
You
Hey,
talk-
cowboy, you want me to send you over?
I mean, I think I got this.
Okay.
Toss. So +1 to the roll because of the rope. You don't have to make a check, Reggie, but you do. Chad, go ahead and make an athletics roll. Whoosh, land on the other side.
Man,
Hungry
he
kinda-
jumps like 6 floors up. He's already at the window.
Hunger kind of grabs you, like reaches to grab you just to be sure, but you like land next to him, and it's just like proper. So the two of you kind of give each other like a look, and then you shuffle your way up the rope that Razor set up, and you make it up to the window. Go ahead and make a picklock check. TV is 9 with tools, 15 without.
11.
Yeah, you just start hammering at it away with a screwdriver and whatnot. You use like a pretty high-powered magnet you have in the kit to kind of push one of them, and then once you've got it to a point, you shuffle like a Slim Jim into the top portion to catch the latch on the pneumatic, and then you're able to push it up and kind of set it. The window's open. No explosions, no sounds, no craziness. And looking at it, you don't see anything that would be kind of indicative of like electronic security either.
Okay. He's gonna try to kind of quietly make his way inside and draw his gun.
Okay. It's as quiet as can be. There are a bunch of cardboard boxes. The cardboard boxes in question have what is the name of this fucking thing?
Is it the blue box or yellow box or green box?
Zenith, and it's kind of like a almost Militech like logo, but like it's like the yellow and like the single letter Z, but it's kind of like in a instead of a square, it's kind of like a rounded edged rectangle. It's a very, very small company that you can't remember having heard of. But there's like, I'd say 20 something boxes in here, and there's no door on the doorway. It's just it looks like it's been removed from its hinges. Mooney, what would you like to do next?
I'm sorry. What'd you say was in the boxes?
God damn it! Stop texting. You see the outside of the box has a logo. It's like a Z that looks like a Militech logo, but it's got rounded edges, and the name of the company is Zenith.
Zenith.
But you don't remember what they do or what they sell. There's just a bunch of boxes, probably about 24 of these large cardboard boxes. There's no door on the hinges.
Okay.
It just leads out into a hallway.
When Johan gets in, he'll ask him about that. But other than that, he's gonna kind of post up next to the door.
Okay. Look down the
He's gonna
hallway.
post up next to the door. Yeah, look down the hallway and kind of keep an ear out for anything.
Okay. The hallway continues what you would consider northbound to a dead end, or to a doorway, elevator doorway, and then it heads southwards to a dead end with a window that probably like overlooks the market.
Overlooking the market. Is that in the general? Is that the side of the building that I parked my car on?
That would be, yeah. So if you were to jump out from here on the 12th floor, you would fall about 9 floors before you hit the road.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, not a good idea from this vantage. But
nope. Okay.
If the other floors below this are the same, if you can get to a lower floor, it'll probably have the same kind of window allowing you to
Right.
vault out. But yeah, far side of the building, there's an elevator, the far north side, and it looks like there's probably about 16 or so of these doorways. All of them, the doors have been removed, and all the doors are stacked up on the wall near the window, just kind of off to the side, like kind of parsed out. But each one of these little rooms has the same thing: boxes, Zenith logo.
Okay.
I would motion for everybody else to
Start
come
muscling in.
across, and then I would climb in the window
Okay.
after Mooney because I don't want to be out on this balcony anymore.
I just need a Reggie roll and a Johan roll for the jump.
And still X because I didn't.
Oh, sorry, X as well. Yeah, +1 to the roll because of the.
Yeah. Okay.
Assuming nothing else happens, Mooney would have pulled out his other pistol.
Sure, Reggie, one roll from you as well as you make your way across.
All right, give me a second. Here we go.
And are you leaving the rope in its position, kind of tied?
Actually, first of all, I'm gonna switch my skills to where I can't roll a 1, so I can't fail.
Yeah,
this.
the board. You roll a 19. Do you take the rope with you? Actually, I'm going to make
Yes.
that better. I'm going to make the roll that I rolled. That was really good.
Well, I mean, it's just so I can't fumble and roll.
Fair enough. You rolled before you said that, you nerd.
Did I?
Yeah.
I only have the awareness tab open.
Am I a crazy person? Did that roll drop before he said what he said? That did
Yeah.
happen, right? Okay, geez, Louise. I just was making sure I'm not a crazy person.
That's really crazy. I don't know how I.
You're the
cracked it.
crazy one. Do you
I'm literally
just answer
in the
my question?
awareness.
Do you take the rope with you, or do
Yes,
you
yes,
leave?
yes,
Okay,
yes. I
cool.
take the rope.
And then you climb up Razor's rope and you draw it up as well, and then enter into
Correct.
the office. Perfect. We're not leaving this way. So Willow also makes her jump, and she makes it across, and she'll head on inside. She's again kind of taking a more passive point at this gesture. She's only really going to do anything if combat hits or if she's where she needs to be. That said, elevator down the way and a bunch of boxes for the Zenith Company.
Does Johan know anything about that?
Make a business roll.
Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna do this. Is this education?
Mm-hmm. Education business should be.
12.
No idea. Never
Oh,
heard
cool.
of them. But based on the logo's typing, it definitely looks like it might be a subsidiary of Militech.
Okay. I'm gonna take
don't know.
pictures of it on my internal agent.
15 tells you that you know it is a subsidiary of Militech, but you don't know.
I don't know shit, but I knew that.
Yeah. I'm taking pictures of the boxes and stuff.
Okay,
And the agent. I'm not sending anything. I'm just taking pictures.
got it. Okay. You make your way where? How do you want to
Well,
advance?
Once I'm inside, can I pick up any kind of terminals on this floor or anything?
No, the only thing as you're kind of moving through the space that would ping anything would be the car or the floor signature on the right side of the elevator. It's currently in bright red in coloration, meaning that there's no means of you entering into the elevator. It appears to be a security elevator that only allows people with RFID or card to enter into the elevator and move to certain locations.
Can I activate my scrambler while we're in here?
You can. It would mess your hollow up for sure.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's true.
And it would definitely create a dead signal that would be visible. So do you want to?
Oh no, I thought it would help me in this situation. Never mind.
Okay.
Can I?
There's no staircases or anything around here.
If you're looking around, there does not appear to be stair access in this space. Yeah, it's just an elevator and a hallway.
Would I be able to find any sort of like maintenance access?
I mean, you can definitely look around. If you want to make a perception roll, you can. But Tom, you were going to say something. Go ahead.
With an electronics or security check roll or just
Yeah.
cyberdeck stuff in general.
Electronic
can I
security.
Try to mess
That's-
with it? Okay.
That's where we're going.
All right.
Yeah, so you very quickly, you're like, oh, okay, I'm very familiar with elevator card. You've seen them in the video game. It's like that kind of panel with like the green colors when it's good and red when it's bad. You spend a couple seconds, you kind of slide out your internal, connect it, and after a fashion, you just kind of click and it turns green. and it's specifically citing access for the 13th floor. That's what you were able to hack it out to. You would know that if you go up the elevator to the 13th floor, you're going to be walking right out into what would presumably be like one of the main points of entry into that space, though. So.
And this is an isolated system. It's not connected to
Correct.
anything else. I can't branch out from there. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I got us one way in. It's going to be a loud way, probably, but
and since you kind of did call the elevator, it will open, revealing the elevator. Very stereotypical elevator space in front of you.
What about the 12th floor, the 14th floor? Think it's worth looking through.
I mean, we're on the 12th floor, but
Yeah.
Oh, are we? I thought it was the like 9th.
12th. You climbed up the brace to the 12th window,
Okay.
and then opened it without breaking it, and then entered in.
Are we supposed to be going up or down?
we need to go up one floor. But there's the elevator is not going to be a surprise entrance. Like it's going to be, hey, we're coming in the front door.
Yeah, let's take a look around, see if we got any other options.
Yeah.
We do that.
I start looking around. Even I have no idea what I'm looking for.
What'd you get on your perception check, Mooney?
I haven't taken it yet.
Well,
Sorry,
roll
I'm currently away from my computer, but I will.
Being
yeah,
not,
you can roll for me.
I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. You
okay.
can play the game if you want
yes.
to.
No, yeah. Sorry, I will be right back.
Can I try perception?
You certainly can, since
Okay.
that's not happening from. Is he peeing? Is he peeing?
What
while
about
he's talking to
me? Can I? I'm the most perceptive one in the party.
Yeah, that's
How
probably.
do you know? No.
Well, I will say, Reggie, you probably wouldn't know what you're looking for. I'm not saying that to be mean, but
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine.
yeah, this
Fair
is
enough.
this is definitely more of a fixer thing or a
Yeah.
nomad thing.
Cool with that.
Hey, Red, you're just over here like, I don't know what they're looking for either,
15.
man.
Hungry, do you want to make a roll?
Go hungry.
No, hell no. I'm fucking useless. I'm looking at the wall and shit.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Like, can we go through the wall and go up like a mouse?
I mean,
don't
you might be
fucking
able to get a Kool-Aid
So-
man through the fucking floor. Just...
Oh yeah.
Mooney, with a 17, you're actually able to kind of understand a bit. So this is a smuggler situation. You would note that the doors are deceptive. So there's a total of 8 doors all the way down, right? But there's this very kind of open space in between where the last door is and where the elevators are located. Almost as if like there's a spot where there should be a door, but there is not a door. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Like there's like a space in between. There's like inner doors and outer doors, and there's a space in between.
Well, no. Like it's a hallway, right? And on the
Right.
right side you have 8 doors, and on the left side you have 8 doors. And they all have like a specific spacing to them.
Right.
There's a space in between that's missing, in between where the doors should end and the elevator. Like, it should be a 9th door on either side.
Yeah,
Right.
like it's 4 feet, 4 feet, 4 feet, 4, and then
8 feet.
I got you.
How do I know if my image enhance worked?
So
Oh, great question. So, do you switch to your image enhancement viewer?
It isn't automatic.
I don't think it is. Hold on a second here.
'Cause I don't know if it added it to the roll.
So
'Cause
image
I see
enhance
you-
in eyewear says you add +2 to your perception, lip reading, and conceal reveal objects. Checks that include sight. So that's just a net 2 for those. Okay, I thought it was specifically for certain ones. I don't know why I thought that. So 8, level 2, and a D10 roll of a 5. That's a 15, so it should be a 17. So yeah, you'd notice the same thing. And to give it more
Sorry to
detail,
interrupt.
no worries, because you're using image enhance. What you would actually notice is that the paint seems to have kind of a different coloration to it where that door should be, almost as if they were filled in and basically drywalled over.
yeah, Mooney starts like feeling around on one of those spaces of the wall. He's kind of like knocking on it with his fist, or like tapping on it with his crowbar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you find a place that sounds hollow. Of course, the whole thing sounds hollow because it's just a
Right.
wall.
Right. So yeah, he's gonna start.
You want me to open
Assuming
the
there's
wall?
a door behind there, he's gonna kind of try to line up with it and start hitting at the wall with his crowbar.
Okay. Are you trying to do so quietly, or are you just going gusto?
We're still on the floor with all the boxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's been very quiet so far.
Yeah, we're right
Okay.
below them.
I guess slowly at first.
Okay. You kind of smash into it quietly. I kind of realize that the wall that was kind of placed here is not thick and like insulated. But after that first slam, there's like a loud bing that kind of slams throughout the entirety of the space. And as you all realize it's the elevator shutting and then going back to wherever it came from.
Can Johan open some
Your
of these
faces,
boxes?
you dumb fuck. Okay, sorry, I had a great time with that.
You're
So,
good.
if you spend some time kind of pulling and tearing at the drywall, you realize they did not double sheet this. They just put one sheet of drywall up and basically kind of set it in the frame and then kind of mudded the side of it to kind of like set it in the door frame after removing the actual frame itself, which would have probably been metal based on the other ones. But yeah, once you've got it cleared, inside you see a stone staircase that ascends upwards.
Could Johan have opened up some of the boxes while this was going on?
Yeah, absolutely. It's filled with papers.
Whack. Any information?
Yeah, a lot of numbers. This looks like it's data, but that's been printed out into a physical medium. And based on the smell of the paper and kind of the yellowing of it, it's probably been in here for probably at least a decade, if not more.
Fuck it. I'll start recording and shifting through all the paper for later revelation.
Okay.
I'm assuming everybody noticed me clearing the doorway.
Yeah.
I don't
We heard
notice
it.
anything to anybody.
Once you've got the doorway opened, like I said, stone staircase. It's like a fire escape that goes up.
He just moves all the old drywall out of the way, like neatly to the side.
Okay.
And then he puts on his... He reaches in his bag and he pulls out his, like, ballistic mask and puts that on.
Quick question. If you were looking straight at the elevator, would you have taken the one on the left or the one on the right?
That's a good question.
Oh, if I was looking straight at the elevator?
Yeah,
Probably the one on the left.
Left, okay. So if you kind of open it up and then kind of look inside the passageway, looking up, you can see that there is a flight of stairs that continues up, probably to the top, to the roof access. Looking at this passageway, you would notice that the next flight, after the next flight, which would be the floor that you're wanting to get to, about 10 feet up above you, there's no door. It's just another flight that continues upwards.
Oh, there's no door on that floor that we're trying to get to.
Not on this one, no.
Okay, so which floor are we currently on?
You're on 12.
So we're on 12th and we're trying to get to 13th?
Correct.
Okay. But there's no door on this stairway on the 13th floor.
Yep.
You can
Oh,
check
there
the
is?
right side.
There's not.
Oh, okay.
You can check the right side, someone said.
Yeah. Yeah, knowing where kind of where the door's at now.
Spend another 20 or so minutes ripping the piece, not that long actually, probably about 10 minutes, ripping the drywall down, and quietly at that. Once you get it opened and smashed, you see that it goes up, and that landing looks like it goes down a hallway on that floor. Like it goes further to the right.
Okay.
So it could be over here.
I'm actively looking for like pressure plates and shit. What old
None.
girl said that we might find in this
Stone, or
location.
it's all concrete.
Okay, but I'm actively.
Yep.
I'm looking for traps.
This isn't D&D, but yeah.
So since X already hacked the elevator, does that mean he has like easier access to it now?
No, it just means he can use it.
But he can you kind of use it at will now.
No, he can use it like a regular elevator. Normally, you need a card key to be able to use the elevator.
Okay, so he can't activate it remotely and stuff.
No, that is not a
Okay.
thing.
Okay, yeah, I think we should take the stairs on the right.
Okay, if you go up
Kind of head
into
up here and
How
Check
does
the hallway.
does the staircase go down?
Yeah.
Let's look down the staircase real quick. I want to
just
sneak down the staircase.
Flights of stairs all the way down. Looks like it actually goes further down than the number of floors you think you're up.
Sus.
And it goes up about 20 more.
Also sus.
Maybe 30 more.
Are there any lights?
Oh yeah. It's got lights. The lights are like the coily light bulbs set inside of like the metal kind of like fire escape kind of like cages, and it looks like they're kind of currently glowing normal light bulb light, but it does look like there's like a twist inside their helix that make them switch to a different color.
Are there any cameras on this stairway?
Doesn't appear to be.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess Mooney will head up to the next landing.
So we go on the right side up to the next landing. There's a passage or like a hallway that just leads off to the side. Basically, if you were looking at where you come up on the steps, you'd be looking at a wall that would be just like the same facing as where the elevator would be, right? And then this walk goes all the way off to the right and then comes around a corner. When it comes around that corner, and you kind of make your way over there quietly, there's a metal sheet that's in place of where a door would be. And it looks like it's been not welded. What are the bolted?
Bolted?
Yeah, like hard bolts, it's almost like a side of a boat kind of look, right? Completely shut. But you also notice about 8 feet above you, there's a vent, probably about 3 by 3, directly on the wall that would be kind of side to that.
How much
I ain't getting in
there,
this way.
How much space is there in this gap, this little like maintenance hallway?
Oh, it's maybe about 4 feet, about a meter and a half, or a meter and a foot.
Yeah, I don't have a ladder on me, and 8 feet, that's a bit of a reach.
I can hop you up there.
Okay.
You got teammates.
Yeah. So
And then the last person,
I think you'll like kind of
person who was
sweep that
before
hallway.
Pick them up.
But yeah, between like the landing and that sheet, so kind of like sweep the area, make sure there's nothing there,
Nothing
and then
there.
head back downstairs and let everybody know what he saw. Say, I think we're gonna have to die hard it.
What the fuck is a diehard?
Oh, it's where you get in the air vents and crawl around.
God damn, what do they watch out there in the wastes? Jesus.
Right? You get up to the air vents and crawl around and hope the bad guys don't find you.
I think I read about that book in like AV class. What the fuck?
I'm gonna do a quick
I read about
search
that movie.
on Die Hard.
You probably don't want to access the net.
Oh, the internet right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Note
just
for
going
later.
to.
It's alright, I'll let
going
you
to-
borrow my copy.
A copy? You don't watch it on the Hollow?
Okay.
No, we can talk about this later.
Who's going in first?
I guess that'd probably be Mooney.
Does
Mooney?
it look like I can fit in this?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
cool.
Like, if
three.
someone can
It's
get
like
him up there,
it's a
he can
meter
use his
wide.
tools. Yeah, if someone can get him up there, he can use his tools to open it up.
Absolutely.
All right,
So
you're up there.
Reggie kind of gets you up on his shoulders and like lifts you up. You're kind of seated there, and you kind of get to work. Pop the thing down, hand it to Razor, and as you've got it down, he hoists you up again as you kind of get more of a position to start crawling, and you start shifting in. I need you to go ahead and make a stealth roll.
Was it under body?
Should be, yeah.
I think he's going to tell me he has a red ray fucking DVD
Right.
player.
All right. So you come to a point where the shaft that you're in seems to continue on, but there's another panel that is like an air access that you could crawl around. But looking down into it, I'm about to put your token down on a map and move you to it. 1 second here.
Oh shit.
And I'm going to shift the music too. You are directly over what appear to be urinals, and it looks like there's a smaller person inside of the bathroom stall, and it looks like there's really tacky tiling on the floor in this bathroom, but it looks nice enough.
Is there more air vent? Can I keep crawling?
You could.
Like past this room to another area?
You bet.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna kind of hold tight and see
So you're
if
gonna go
that
this route.
person that's there will move on.
Okay.
And if they do move on, then I'm gonna keep crawling.
All right.
He's gonna take a dump. It's gonna be a while.
Hold
Everybody else
on.
taking a solid snake.
We could hop in and scare the shit out of him.
That would speed it up.
So
We've been constipated for years. We just hop in and help him out.
the door opens and a child, probably somewhere in his, 11, 12 years old, child kind of comes out, moves over to the faucet and just puts water on his hands, and then kind of puts his hands under the air dryer or into the air dryer thing, and then starts making his way towards the door. The door opens for him. It doesn't look like it opens, it doesn't look like it wouldn't open for anybody. It just looks like it opens for him, and you can kind of see out beyond that for just a second. Just a second. And it looks like it opens out into a reception area.
Googly bitch.
How does this area look compared to the floor we were just on?
Way different.
Okay.
And also what you'll note is you're not actually you're not going on top of the place that you were just at. It's almost as if this section is in another building, but it's connected via the elevator. So if you were to take the elevator up, you wouldn't be exiting at the door you entered in. You'd be exiting it the other side.
Oh shit. That's crazy. It's bigger on the inside.
Well, there's a bunch of buildings in Night City that are just like smashed together. So
Gotcha.
It's not where we wanted to go anyway, huh?
So are we in a different building?
No, this definitely looks like a security firm reception desk. You're pretty sure you can see the SSI logo on the front desk there, in that short kind of sight that you can see. You also see a big white tag that says reception on the ground.
Right. He grabs his agent and texts Johan.
Well, you're on Hollow, so you probably have like an earbud in, and they can hear you as you speak.
Oh, yeah. Then he'll wait for the door to close, and he'll say, "I think we're in the right place." And then he'll keep crawling on to the next area.
Okay.
Nice and easy.
You come to another vent that's directly over another bathroom stall. This is the ladies, it looks like.
Oh god, it just keeps getting worse.
What do you know, Matt? I see.
And up ahead, maybe 10 or 15 more feet, there's no drop down. There's no more like vents, but it looks like it goes straight out for maybe like 12 more feet, and then it goes up.
Now, I got in these vents and I went one direction. Did the vents
There
go
were no
in the
other
other
directions.
direction?
No, yeah, it's just it was a straight shot.
Okay. And so far it hasn't like branched off or anything yet.
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. Then I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
It feeds ventilation up to the ceiling, is that?
It feeds ventilation up through the ceiling, yeah, so it's probably going to the roof.
The roof. That's what I meant.
If you're going to be entering, it's probably going to be through the bathroom, it looks like.
Okay, that's
or
fair.
You could, even though there's no like actual like means of entry, you could break open the ventilation and drop through on the other side. Just not sure what's on the other side.
Yeah. But do I have a tool that would allow me to put like a small hole in the sheet metal?
Yeah, you got a basic set of tools. You can absolutely punch a hole in some metal.
So I want to go down to the end there, and then I want to put a hole in it.
Just so you can see?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make another stealth check.
One.
Burn any luck?
You can. You can burn luck if you
19.
want. Too late, though.
That's a 14.
It's sufficient.
No. 19.
You can see out of your small little hole that you are in some sort of office space. There's about 5 individuals. One of them is wearing cat ears. There's an older lady with like white hair, and like middle-aged guy with like a bald head, almost like a super serious version of Reggie almost. And then there's like a young kid who's wearing kind of like hip clothes, and they're all on these computers. The computers are at they're basically like at stations, and they're like double computers, like 2 monitor computers double computers. This motherfucker right here has 9 monitors, and I'm saying shit dumb. But on the opposite side of the desk, like if you were to stand in front of the desk and be looking at the person at it, there's a massive display. And from what you can see, the display has a whole bunch of these stats on it. And if you sit there for long enough, this lady with the bob haircut, who's kind of sitting at this cool desk by herself, she gets up and kind of walks over and starts touching the screen like she's interacting with it. And you can see the guy kind of nodding his head, and she nods her head and says, "Go ahead and check that last message I sent you. That should relay exactly what you need to do to correct that, okay?" And he kind of, okay. And when she gets away, you can see that he has kind of like a look of, fuck. And like gets back to click, 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 typing, doing his job.
Mooney's gonna kind of get comfortable where he's at and keep watching.
Okay.
And just to be like completely silent, he does get out his agent and will text to the rest of them that he's currently at the end of the air duct over what looks like some sort of lab.
Yep.
And there's what you said, 4 individuals, 5 individuals.
That's right. 5 total. And you can also see the security windows I was kind of mentioning before here. On the right side, how they're kind of like vented, barred, and kind of more like portholes than windows.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, so he lets everybody else know that that's where he's at and he's staying there.
Cool. Okay, so everybody else behind.
I would text back on the agent. Sounds like a bunch of civilians might have a better time going through the bathroom.
Yeah, but I'm basically on like the opposite end of the ductwork from you guys, so I'm just gonna post up here while you guys kind of start making your way through.
He wants us to filter into the bathroom while he stays in the ducts.
Right.
He's not blocking our path of getting into the restroom.
Who's up next?
I'm going last.
I guess I can go.
Okay.
I'll boost in there.
Do you stop at the first one and make your way in, or do you move to the second one?
I mean, what did we say in the agent?
I don't know.
The first one's the man's, second one's the women's.
I mean, I would stop in the men's. And then I would go into a stall.
Okay. So you drop down. There's a single stall. There's just the one. And so you kind of move around and kind of get into it. The stall has smart glass. So if you are inside of the stall, you can see out. If you're outside of the stall, you can see in. But as you kind of touch the smart glass, you'd see that it's frosted. So like if you touch it, it'll show like a frosted display on the other side. That's right. Okay. And the door, it doesn't look like it's going to have any issues opening. It just looks like it's motion sensor, kind of like a door that'll open when you get really close to it.
Oh, by the way, shotgun in hand.
Yeah. Who's up next?
I'll go.
Okay.
I will boost.
And I may have been a bit optimistic on timing, so I just want to let you know we do have a cutoff time of 10 o'clock because I work. If we do get caught in the middle of the mission, we will just pick up with this crew the next opportunity we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you pop down, kind of using the urinal top to kind of like get down. You know Reggie's inside. So far, no one has entered in or anything. But
is anything pinging for me from this proximity yet? Or
is it within 12 meters or 8 meters?
I have the range upgrade.
Should be 12 then, I think.
Yeah.
No.
Well, why don't you come to the end of the ductwork where Mooney's at?
Not yet. Do you want to go up and?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
I can boost him back up if he needs.
Okay. And I'm going to put a aura on you just to make my life easier.
Sure.
12 meters. All right, so you scoot in behind Mooney. Once you get to that position, you do note that you can connect with her terminal. From here, you can't really see much through the pinhole, but if you kind of slap onto the cyber deck, you'll note that she appears to be connected to the net, just like the generic new net, which doesn't give you much in the way of access. But it does seem that there are secure connections that kind of lock onto her computer, almost as if like a security besides her is watching over her activities on the computer. Anybody who's worked in an office knows what I'm talking about. She is being monitored even though she's the manager in this space.
Yeah, I'll relay some of that information, and I'll actually hang out here next to Mooney, since I can hop on or hop into something if need be.
Okay. Do you want to try to interface and break through that kind of back connection, or do you want to let that...
Wait for everybody to get in position.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
wait just in case it sets off anything.
Are we all going into the men's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Mooney's gonna hang out here, so if shit starts to pop off, he can just bust out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Kinda,
Just pop out of
Johan,
the ducks. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
Hungry,
totally. Hell
and who am I missing?
I'm gonna do a Die Hard.
yeah.
I haven't
I called
upgraded
it.
your or updated your token. I'm a horrible friend. But you all get into the men's room like a bunch of fucking tourists. And then where's she at?
I just got in because we could see something out of the door of it.
Oh yeah. Well, the door's closed right now, but
Plus, if I have to kill someone, I'd rather not kill a woman right offhand.
you kind of have an idea that on the other side, based on Mooney's description, just outside there is a security desk. Don't be a roasty boy. Don't do it.
Once everybody has piled into the bathroom, I will attempt to breach the terminal.
Go ahead and make an interface roll. DV is 8.
I will burn a couple of luck just to be as sure as possible.
You're burning a point of luck, I'll burn a point of luck with
Okay.
you too.
1 and 1. That means you need to roll anything but a 1. Nailed it. Okay, so once you connect to it, it's a very baseline level that is just blank. This appears to be a faceting point. So this net architecture is rudimentary. It is basically just for surveillance on her activities on this computer. And you're now basically sharing a space, neta-wise, with that. It does look like there are a number of paths that exit out from this. So you could use the Pathfinder action to try and see where they connect to.
Yes, just to see if we can. What he said.
No! Don't do it! Okay, you don't need to roll anything for the Pathfinder. There are a total of 4 connections, and based on the net architecture kind of layout over like real space, it looks like one goes to the reception desk outside, one goes to a place beyond that, just beyond that. One goes to a place next to whatever that was next to, and I'm pinging these locations.
Yeah, I see.
And then lastly, the place that you should be able to see on screen is very clearly, as you're seeing the architecture, seems to be the ghost of a massive data stronghold, a data fortress. It seems that this is where we want to be. And it seems that this computer is feeding off of that, but you know that she needs to be right in it to be able to do anything with it. As you would know too, you can't connect to it other than superficially.
Yeah, just to see kind of the... Yeah. Okay, I'll pass that info on to the team that we probably don't need to go guns blazing here into this little office. We need to head over in that direction. Can I try to hop over to the security desk from here through this path?
The reception desk, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be the clearest connection point. This one doesn't look like it has a secure lock or anything. So as you shift into it, it basically shows a number of different meetings that are available and on offer for people to expect. You'd also notice that at the reception desk, there are 4 actual terminals that are being accessed. One person seems to be dealing with the matters that are happening in the room that you are in, or the room that you're above, rather. Another one seems to be dealing with a room that is behind the 2 rooms that you pinged against, so it's separate from those. And it seems like it's more of an inventory log for that room than anything else. And then the third person seems to be dealing with a actual net connection to the net, not just like the superficial internet. And it seems like they have net runners on staff who are located far back behind the data fortress, who are connected to the net itself and are kind of dealing with the security that would be implied there. And then lastly, there is a connection to that room, that first room on the other side, and you would know that this connection appears to be the security. There's a security officer at that desk based on this, and then there are 3 people who are just employees, you assume.
Okay. I want to loop back to you were describing there was like a list of meetings and people to expect.
Yeah.
Is there
no names that are jutting out? Nothing that's kind of popping off.
I was more thinking about, are there people that might sound like they're expected to be here nowish that would let the team come in from the elevator as opposed to having to like burst out of the bathroom like a fucking clown car?
Yeah, as a matter of fact. So you would note that there happens to be a 10 o'clock, which would be in about an hour or so based on your timing and kind of movement through the space. There is a 10 o'clock for an individual listed in the document as the person that they're coming to meet. A person named Kevin Brightman is going to be receiving a guest individual from Zeta Tech named, checking my notes, sorry. It was a really good question. It's one that I prepared for but wasn't expecting right off the bat. Harold Longshore.
Does that name ping anything for me? Is that a well-known name? Or if I
If-
ask the
If
group?
you kind of take a second, it's not someone you know. It's not someone you're 100% sure of. But being a Zetatech employee, you would know that they probably have a means of confirming who they are that'll be kind of tracked at the desk.
Okay. Is that something that, since I have access to the terminals at the desk, that I can kind of intercept and
Great question.
spoof?
So since you have an access to that front security, go ahead and make another interface roll.
Okay. Let's use another point of luck. Sure, why not? Actually, you know what? We're going to do 2.
Okay.
I'm going to be really good. 14.
Absolutely great. Yeah, more than. So you're able to actually get into the registry and change the information for that individual, and it's also and one value, associates value. So you can probably you're pretty sure with that roll you can safely afford for 3 additional people, and then you can make Harold Longshore look like however you want. And you can also key an agent on one of your people with you to be the receptor of that.
Well, we got us a corpo, so hey, Johan, I think you might be the...
Looking at Harold Longshore on the file, I will say that the person that looks closest to it would be Johan. Yeah, this guy, Harold Longshore, looks like a typical exec, very fuckboy-esque. Very much kind of clean cut and the light.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Know your role, you know.
Fuck boy.
I'm gonna suggest that Mooney and I stay where we're at because I can bounce around from here. We send Mr. Fuckboy and Razor and Reggie with him as some muscle, and Hungry if you want to hang out in the bathroom and just make awkward noises to distract people. I don't know, whatever you want to do, Hungry. I'm not sure where you think you fit in.
I mean, he can go in. He's fine, but
Nah, I'll stay. I'll stay here.
I can forge for a combined total of 3 people, or fuckboy plus 3.
You think you can forge getting that rocket launcher through there?
Oh yeah, scheiße.
can Hungry hold on to that rocket launcher or grenade launcher, please?
Yeah, but
John,
don't lose it, please.
I mean, it's kind of hard to lose.
Willow will say.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is Johan going to be sitting down for a meeting?
Oh yeah, he is.
Willow will say, if this gets us any closer to where we're heading, I'll be the third party.
That's right. Sorry, I forgot that we're trying to get her in. So
absolutely, that's a fantastic idea.
Excellent. So Johan, one of the solos.
Johan, Willow.
Reggie,
somebody roll a D10 real quick for me.
I'll roll it.
Yeah, I'll hold it down in here as I go in the stall with the rocket launcher and
okay.
door behind me.
So this won't affect anybody, but you, Mooney, since you're keeping an eye, you see this woman with the white kind of like a, and then kind of get up and do like a pee-pee dance, and she starts making her way to the bathroom stalls. So you can hear her entering into the bathroom, and like entering into one of the far stall, as you kind of are up there. And it's kind of like that awkward, like, we're spies, like we're hiding in the vent, we're looking out this way, but behind you, you can hear a woman kind of like whistling, probably going through her TikTok, or sorry, what do we call them, Real Talks, and the like. It's not that scene from that one movie where it's like they're playing battle shits or anything. We're not being weird about it.
He's just sitting there, not making any noise, and he just like looks over awkwardly at X.
I've seen crazier things. Don't worry about it.
All you hear from the Real Talk, "Hey fam."
Yeah, so we're gonna send Johan, Razor, and Willow in.
Well, the question is how are you sending them in? Obviously, them appearing out of the bathroom is probably not going to be the.
No,
smartest.
they're gonna. I was gonna suggest they come in from the elevator.
Which means you need to go down with them.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
So it was just Johan and 2 other people, or was it Johan and 3 other people?
3 other people.
Johan, Willow.
Johan and 3 other people. Okay. So it could be Johan,
Willow,
me,
Razor.
Willow.
Razor.
Yeah, Mooney, I guess, is going to stay here and keep an eye on things.
Yeah. Well, you've set up your position.
He gets very comfortable.
Yeah.
He like sets his bag behind his head, and then he's just like.
What kind of weapon do you have?
He had in his bag or like on him?
On you.
My 2 pistols.
Okay, so whatever pistol you prefer, you just kind of set that out in front of you, in between you and the thing, and then you have it so that all you have to do is pull down on a tool to grate the metal, and then push with the pistol to fire at somebody in that room.
Oh, excellent.
Be prepared.
Yeah.
Always. So X retreats back with Reggie, Razor, and Willow, and the 3 of you make it back down to the 12th floor. You get to the elevator, and then you access. Waiting for the time, or do you want to arrive early? I'd say after, you probably had to wait for her to finish and then kind of exit out, and she was definitely using the company time, because, you poop on the company time.
As you do.
That's right.
Exactly.
How
you do it.
She was in there for a good 15 minutes.
Even in the dystopian future?
Especially in the dystopian future.
It's allowed?
Well, no, it's not that. She has an allotment. I mean, for sure. So she just used it all.
Maximizing that allotment.
You steal that shit.
I would say maybe not wait until exactly 10 o'clock, but
maybe a few moments before.
A little bit before. And then once they're in the elevator, I'm going to make my way back up to
So the 3
Mooney Town.
The 3 of you plus Willow get into the elevator and ascend upwards. Is that right?
Isn't there 4 of us?
Yeah,
it's
you 3 plus Willow.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I was trying to clarify. So.
My bad.
You exit out of the elevator, and as you approach, I need to confirm a couple of things real quick. Johan, do you have any weapons on you?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I needed to confirm. Great. You walk over up to it. You see a woman with kind of blue hair, kind of shaved on the side, at the desk. She looks at you and she kind of gestures as you exit out of the elevator. As you walk over, she says, "Hello. You are here." She kind of does a quick scan, looks over to the security officer. Security officer looks at you. You kind of sense a ping on your phone, which you would know as a security clear. And then he kind of nods his head. And then she says, "You are here for the 10 o'clock?"
Yeah.
Okay. I will let you know that your security officers are welcome to stay inside of the accessible spaces, which will include... I will show you. You see the security guy stand up very suddenly. He appears to be wearing just like a long kind of black trench coat, but it's very kind of clean fitted. Strapped on his shoulder is an assault rifle, and he's got mirror shades. And he says, "Don't worry about it, Doris. I got this. I'll take him on that way. If you'll come with me."
We go.
All right. The security guard moves out of the space over to this door.
Okay.
And then opens the door.
No, not right behind him, but yeah.
And Willow will kind of follow in as well, kind of nervously, but following. He leads you to this door, and he stands there and says, "Wait here until the door opens, and he will be with you shortly." And then he walks with the other two, the security officers, your detail. There's a kid kind of over here in the corner, just sitting here. It looks like he's playing with two like little cars. The security officer walks over to this door, and it opens. He walks through, and he'll show you to kind of this space in here. Inside, you see a statue.
Can I roleplay real quick?
Yeah.
I kneel down to the kid.
Okay.
Give him 10 eddies. Go get some ice cream.
I don't know if my dad will think that's okay, but I'll ask him real quick. And he touches his ear, and you see his eyes glow yellow, and then orange. "Yeah, a nice man just came in and gave me money to go get ice cream. Can I go get it from downstairs?" 1 second. And then you see his eyes shift color and change to a red. And then you hear a voice come out of the kid's ear. "I'm sorry, who are you?"
He looks like my boy. I mean, no offense.
"No, what are you doing here?" Security officer says, "It's okay, don't worry about it. He's here for security detail for a guest." "Okay. Nice enough, thank you. Go ahead." And the kid nods his head as his eyes shift back to normal. "Thanks." And he kind of wanders off.
Rocky Road.
Making a mental note?
Willow passes him. You see a text pop up in your eyesight and says, "Good call. As much as I love killing, I don't know if I could deal with a kid dying." You see on your text specifically, Reggie.
Yeah. It's been read. It's been read, no response.
Yep. Well, no, it's a text. It was just a text.
Yeah, but she gets the...
Yeah.
Never mind.
I get you.
He's
All
leaving
right.
her on red. What a rude son.
Whoa! Cyberpunk red? So what you'll notice is when you are standing at that space, Reggie and Razor, is that they scanned you and they have an accurate understanding of your loadout and like your gear when you were standing in front of the reception. Yeah.
Does that include internal?
Uh-huh.
Oh shit. Alright.
Oh no, they don't know like anything specific regarding make or model, but like they have an idea of what you kind of got.
They know our kit. They know our cipher.
Okay.
Weaponry wise, if it's combat material, they're aware of it.
Okay.
Yeah, like the grenade launcher that you stowed in your butt.
Right.
Sure.
But the statue appears
Ready
to be
pull it out.
of a guy, like just sitting there.
Oh, I thought Hungry had the grenade launcher in the bathroom.
He does. I'm sorry.
He
I made
does,
it.
he does.
Don't
Yeah,
worry
Hungry
about
has a grenade launcher in the bathroom in his butt. Right, that's right. So the statue of this guy, it looks like it has 4 strange pillars around it. Being familiar with security a bit, Reggie, at least to a degree, but Razor more so probably, you would note that these 4 pillars aren't just there for looks. They're actually there for function. They can open up on one of the sides, and you're pretty sure that they're containment units for Militech robots. So there's probably one in each of them. So this is where the security will deploy from. Johan, he left you at this door, actually. And he's saying to your group here, he points directly north. He says, that door opens, but please don't enter into it. If you enter into this door, he says as he points, hold on, let me show on screen. Flip back to you guys. He says, this door will open, but please don't go into it as a storage room. This door here, if you go into it, you'll probably be shot. This door won't open for you, and probably best not to go too far down that hallway. Okay? And
to remain here while...
Yeah, you're just to stay in this space. There's some chairs over there. Some lore if you want to read about the founder or anything. Some seats over there if you'd like to take them. However you'd like to spend your time. I'm sure your associates meeting won't be too long. Typically late evening meetings aren't the longest thing ever. He says as he walks past you and moves out the door. Heading back to the reception desk. Sorry, go ahead.
While this man is away, or while he's, telling everyone everything, do I have any information on Harold Longshore, what he could be, or what Zetatech is possibly, gleaming or like meeting up with these people for?
Yeah, absolutely. You can go ahead and use the net to figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, I would have pulled whatever meeting details.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
It looks like the reason that he's coming to meet here is regarding a Zetatech holding and acquisition of the Zetatech piece is what it's kind of noted as. It would seem that the conversation with, because you're Harold, and this guy is, what was his name?
Kevin.
That's right.
Brighton.
Brighton. With Mr. Brighton will probably be kind of going through formal kind of conversation with you about joint business situations between SSI and Zetatech.
Mm-hmm.
Formal, exact bullshit.
Now, when you say peace, do you mean like peace as in a piece, or peace as in namaste?
An item that is inside of a locker. No details were actually noted on it. It is referred to as the object or the piece or the holding.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. No problem.
Just, you're reclaiming something in a sense, just not necessarily a Militech something.
Before the security guard passes you, but after he exits the door in front of you opens. You see a man, an older gentleman with white hair.
Where did Johan go? Quick question.
Johan's going to a meeting.
He's got to go to the meeting.
He's still down there.
Yeah, he's going to have a meeting.
He's going in this door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By himself, without the guys with big guns.
Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna die, y'all.
He kind of gestures for you to come in. Meanwhile, outside, as everything's going on, you have Reggie, Willow, and Razor here. Is there anything that you back on the other side would like to do? Again, you have communication with them via the holo.
I was going to try to jump into the actual security terminal, since I assume that's what controls cameras and.
Well, yeah. So this security terminal does not.
I know the one that was you signaled there was one over here.
Yeah, you'd need to get closer. You'd need to be able to get within range of it.
Okay, I can't jump.
Unfortunately,
along the paths that I've gone before.
Unfortunately, the path does not. It's not a strong enough connection for you to get secure access.
Okay.
It will be registered. Basically, it's master-slave situation, kind of like in computer terminology. Yeah. So it's like this small little computer is dependent on the larger one that you're trying to get into.
Yeah.
That's always been a weird terminology set for me. But anyways, continuing, you want to get closer?
Beer them.
So
I think. Sorry.
Hungry, you're all alone in the bathroom, right? Do you just sit in the stall?
Leave me alone, man. Yeah.
You got a
The
fucking grenade launcher in your lap.
Yeah, that's exactly the scene.
Really dropping bombs here, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Roll a d10, Joe, while you're at it.
I would say it's how many pounds you lose after the first one.
Oh, hold on.
Don't roll a 10.
Roll a 10.
It's not a 10 that I'm looking for.
That'd be good,
Roll a
whatever
1.
it is.
Another of the females present get up and move towards the bathroom. Odds.
Damn, they all steal a 10.
Odds male, evens female. They got to use the restroom after a duration.
Gotcha.
Don't you fucking do that to me.
You're in there, you got a grenade launcher in your lap, guy walks up.
He's
Wait,
pounding
is he
on the
hiding
fucking
behind the
stall, like, bro, I really need to, and I just pull it open and point the fucking thing at him. Like, okay?
It'll be the last one. It'll be the last one you do. Let me help you move that along.
God damn it.
I think it's up to the Solos and Willow to get to where they need to get to.
Willow would note, like, very clearly, the door that was pointed out by the security officer that's there is the door she needs into, but with her deck as it stands, she cannot hack herself into it.
Okay, well, we need to coordinate with them to figure
Also,
out...
since you're in the room, you can physically see that there is a camera. Hold on a second here. There is a camera. Why is it doing this? Directly above, like one of these wall paintings, and pointed directly at the founder. Kind of.
Were there any other meetings that were close by when I was in there? It was pretty much this one.
No, 10 and a midnight. But yeah, Hungry X, and Mooney. I need to know if you're doing anything or planning to do anything.
He would text Johan and just say updates ? And then he would also text Hungry and say updates ?
I'm hoping that's the update.
Oh, sorry. Quick note. When the security guard moved you through each of the doors, he pulled a small key card out and pressed it against the door side, and it allowed him access. So your assumption is that the employees here have these key cards.
Is that?
That's something that the Solos would have saw and probably would have followed back.
Yeah.
There's no way to like rip and spoof that from a distance or anything like that.
No. You need to get a physical one, yeah.
Okay.
No, but I am betting that this woman here probably has one.
What do you want to do? Well, no, yeah, she probably does, but so do all the other employees.
Okay, well that's good to know.
Like the one with cat ears in the bathroom, who just got out of the stall, and you can hear her starting to wash her hands.
This is your time, Mooney. You want some action?
Get in there, Mooney. Get us that key card.
Mooney doesn't say anything because he's trying to stay quiet.
Okay.
And you can't tell because he's wearing his mask, but he's like shooting you like a death glare right now.
She'll move through the door and head back out. When she comes through the door on the other side, Mooney, you'll note that she's kind of fumbling. She has the key card. It appears to be attached to a keychain with like a rabbit's foot and like a bunch of like little kawaii kind of charms that she just shoves into her like side bag and then moves back over to her desk.
Hmm.
I will say, if you're communicating, you'll note that the security officer's card appeared to have been yellow. The lady's security card appeared to have been blue. So there might be some sort of differentiation in access. And yeah, the manager probably has a security clearance that's higher than the peons.
Right.
Choke him out, Jonah.
We got it, boss.
All right. So, Johan, you walk into the office with this man you've never met in your life. You move over and he goes, well, it's a pleasure to meet you. The last Zetatech representative we had discourse with was, well, a bit long of tooth. So I understand why they're sending a young fellow like you, Mr. Longshore, to treat with us regarding Zetatech's holdings. So it's my understanding that you're wanting to relieve us of the item. Are you planning on moving it to a more secure location, or are you planning on selling it at auction?
Well, we plan to move it to a more secure location. Granted, this location is secure, but what we need is of uh, high quality, so to speak. I'm not saying yours is inadequate. I'm just saying ours is much better.
What security firm are you planning on going with?
So we originally went with Militech, but
we are aware of what you did before the Unification War, and we understand from your predecessor why you moved to us, but who are you planning on going with now?
well, we are in the dealings of getting a new what was the word? Not a certificate. What's that word that you shit?
Make a business roll.
Okay. Fuck. This is gonna
License?
fail. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Jesus. Business is education?
Yeah.
Oh, 11.
License. Okay. Dan is correct.
Yeah. Thank you.
A new license.
Yeah, we are in the process of getting a new license to access that.
Well, I mean to say, of course, you're going to need a security firm to protect it, to hold it. Again, you don't have to tell me, just non-competition clauses. But
Yeah.
so you're not going to tell me who you're planning on going with, so I can try and sell you back on staying with us?
I cannot. I am sorry.
It's very troubling, but understandable. I understand, and it does look like you're based on the video of you walking in, and he kind of looks over at the data pad sitting on the table, which does look like it's in a lockout state. He says, it does look like the security you currently have on offer is just bums off the street.
They were cheap, it's easy. I don't have to pay them as much, and then I send them on their way without any information.
I guess if they're local to Wellspring, that makes sense with the climate down there on the streets. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you don't want to talk too much regarding business and I can't sell you back on staying with us, I'll go ahead and lead you into the clean room and you can use your access key to relieve us of the article.
I don't have one, do I?
Is X hearing this?
Yeah, it's on holo.
Okay.
Just in text, maybe they could show you their top of the line security to try and keep the business.
He's telling you to stall.
Yeah.
Or also maybe they'll show you that magic door that they don't want open. Like that's their super secure option.
This is the door that. Didn't he say we go on this door? This door we die?
That door you
This
die.
door won't open to us. This door would die. That door, he's just like, that's kind of storage, so don't go in there.
But it will open for you. And he said, this door here, don't go in. You can't go in there. So you can't go.
And that's the direction where I had the impression of the data fortress, if I recall correctly.
Yeah. And for the solos, he had to use the key card to get into the first door. He did not have to use the key card to get into the second door. So now that you're inside of this space, you're locked in, but you can wander back to the first door. You just can't get through it. It's closed. And then the door to the north...
What if I gotta go to the bathroom?
Then you're going to need to ask.
Okay.
Someone needs to hold your hand, mister.
You don't get free reign in the place.
I know, but I'm just saying we could role play away.
No, I grant you that, but you're some bum he hired. Like I don't have to treat you like a person.
No. I'm not asking
This is a dystopian
for that.
future.
No, I don't.
You can
I'm
shit
not
your.
asking
You
for
can
that.
shit
I'm
your
where I
britches.
want to be. I'm where I want to be right now.
Fair. Okay, so yeah.
These. So you tell me, I would probably understand what these things are.
They will pop
How
out
susceptible
robots.
are they? I'm sorry.
They will pop out robots.
How susceptible are they to explosives?
They look pretty secure. I mean, an explosive, depending on how much damage it does, has a better plausibility of getting through, kind of a armored shell than anything else. But yeah, like...
I want to blow up this statue with 2 HE grenades. That's what I'm thinking I want to do.
The
What?
statue?
Mooney has.
Because if I put the grenades here, it will explode
Oh,
and hit.
no. You don't think that
You don't think that? I don't think
it,
that'd
it
be
needs
enough.
to be like a set charge on one. You're not going to be able to
Okay.
get 4 for 1. They're more
Gotta be
sturdy
the
than
C4,
that.
baby.
That's what I'm asking.
Joe
Because
is-
I'm right here. I'm looking. I'm pretending like I'm looking at the statue.
Joe
I'm
is
really
having
just sizing. I'm sizing these things
Joe's
up.
having
Okay, well, what about
flashbacks to
EMP
Jack Russell
grenades?
Terrier Reggie.
What? No,
what
no.
the fuck, dog?
Look, dude.
I'm gonna blow the statue up. What? Why
It's
you
got
do that?
it's got robots in it.
Mooney's got EMP
Robot.
grenades.
Fair
Cocaine
enough,
is a
but
hell of a drug.
You will note that the camera is focused on the statue and
I'm
the
not-
4 pillars. I'll show you the camera again. Like, I just want to make sure you're understanding. Like,
And I'm below the camera.
No. If you're right underneath it, you're right underneath it. But if you look at the camera, like in that camera picture, Reggie would actually be like right behind the dude, like off to the side near the chairs. You see how that works? Like it's
I
exactly.
mean, Razor would be behind.
Sorry, wrong R word. God.
You keep messing with my head.
I need to
dude.
kill
R
one of.
squared, dude.
I need to kill one of you to make it easier for
Well, if
myself.
Dan does try to explode the statue, that'll speed that process up. You won't have to remember any R names.
True.
Well, I think some of you could probably get out alive. It's definitely not going to be the 2 solos. They're too close to the hot zone for that to happen.
Yeah.
Like, shots start popping off, and Mooney just like pats X on the shoulder and says, "Time to go."
Johan can still do the plausible deniability. I hired them off the streets. They're fuck ups. You can
Yeah,
kill
true.
them. That's fine. I'm out a couple hundred eddies. It's whatever.
I fucking know these
Johan.
assholes.
I apologize. Take it out on Zetatech. Make them pay the bill for the repairs.
Oh,
And then
Ask him to,
birds.
Exit
ask
Mooney
him to
just.
prove their best
yeah.
security.
I am.
Did he say anything about this door?
Which one? Oh yeah,
He
don't
said
go down
not to
that
go
way.
down there.
So, Mr. Brighton,
Yeah,
would you
he's standing up now because he was getting ready to take you over too.
would you care to show me or enlighten me of these security, the higher level security?
He kind of leans across the table as his hand kind of grabs a hold of the tablet handle. And he kind of moves it over, aside to the table, and he looks at you and he says, "Are you playing cold and hot with me or something? Do you want me to try and sell you or not? Because I don't want you. It's late, and I do have a 12, and I don't want you wasting my time. Are you interested in maintaining your holdings here or not?"
I am interested. I feel like we have had, or the company and your company have had a good run, and I wouldn't want to leave you cold,
Well, you've definitely left me with a very offset bit of trust level here, and I feel like if I show you company secrets, I would be doing so in bad faith, because you really haven't told me a lot. So can you tell me what firm you were planning on going with, or are planning on going with, if I'm not able to persuade you?
I gotta think about this, because Militech and them, they're not on good terms.
And you already said Militech was one that you're not using anymore, and
Yeah,
also
yeah.
you would know, too, and I just want to reiterate, probably not one you could actually do, because unification war, etc.
Can I
Yeah.
chime in with some more text message tips?
Yeah.
I was thinking Arasaka.
I was gonna suggest if they have if Miss Nicole Young got promoted up into Biotechnica and was still associating with them, if you suggest that somebody that used to work here has connections here suggested Biotechnica instead, it might make him
Biotechnica is
angry
not a
enough.
security firm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she doesn't work for Biotechnica. She's
Oh,
at
sorry.
Biotechnica Hotel. So
Okay,
think of
sorry, I got that
Biotechnica.
part.
No worries.
Yeah.
Biotechnica Hotel would be like, what's the name of the fucking basketball court out here in Indy now? Some dumb name that they plastered over it to be stupid, and it's not the one that it was last week. Companies buy buildings and then put their name on it to sound cool.
Yeah. Security firm.
Ranger girl.
I think Elizabeth just got another. It's why you have a good fucking affordable fucking Conapt in it though, and a really lavish one, because they purchased a really nice building and then slapped their name on it. But anyway, you would know that that's not a bad lead with the Nicole thing if you want to make something up on that, Johan, because you do know a name of a person who works for SSI. Elizabeth immediately said, "Do not drag Biotechnica into this. I do not have time for your bullshit, everyone."
I would
I don't know if
take out my agent and text him, "Danger girls,
Danger
do
Gal, yeah.
security."
Danger Gal does.
All right, fuck it. Yeah, I'll drop Danger Girls. We're like, one of the, is Danger Girls one of the higher level ones or the
No.
mid level ones?
So Danger Gal was actually it still technically exists, but it was actually just a proxy for Arasaka. At current in the current age, I'd say it's probably on about par with SSI.
Okay.
And with your business roll being only 11 on the last time we had your roll on, you're not really sure if there's any politics or beef between the two. But
Yeah,
as you
that's
say it, it sounds valid. And you see him go, interesting. I like people who support local companies. That's absolutely something I'm very interested in seeing happen. And, we've been around for a lot longer than they have. But they're up-and-comers, and they've got a lot of good, strong heads in their management department. So I wouldn't be terribly sad to lose you to them, but I think I can outdo them. I can promise you things that they won't be able to offer. He smiles, picks up the data pad, picks up a large-looking shard and slots it into his tablet. Again, it's like an old-style shard. Slots it in and kind of walks about the desk. And as he kind of does so, he moves over to this door here. And he says, "If you'll accompany me, I'll show you what we can offer."
Oh yeah, I'll follow.
All right, the door slides open.
At that time, I would try to step out.
Okay, hold on. This guy's already moved back to the desk on the other side. And is back at the front desk. Okay, so you leave, and the door opens. You're in a hallway.
Where's the cameras at in this room?
There are no cameras in this hallway.
Okay. I'm going to make my way down towards the door like I'm going to ask to go to the bathroom.
Okay. So this door at the bottom will be sealed, but as you approach it, the door opens, and you see the security guard on the other side. His hand is on a pistol at his belt, and it looks like he's also ready. He's already chambered the first round on his rifle, and he's looking at you. Can I help you?
I got a piss. Mind if I...
Oh, yeah, sorry, absolutely. And he kind of takes his hand off the pistol and walks this way with you. Back around to the bathroom. Hungry is in the stall. And
is he gonna watch? Is he gonna watch me piss?
No, he sees you to the door, gestures, and then kind of makes his way back to the reception desk.
Okay.
And meanwhile, he walks you into this room. We actually kind of walked through some tables. We wanted to walk around those, but as he kind of moves out, he points up at the ceiling. And looking in this space, you can see that there's a window here, and there's another one of those security officers on the other side of the window. Kind of smiles and gives a wave. And he kind of nods and says, "Hey, Jonah." And the guy nods his head. And he says, "Well, this is the first step of our security here in Office 21 for SSI. We make sure that your physical items are well protected. We first start by doing that by offering a on-staff security that is alert, aware, awake, and prepared. They're ready to stop anyone from entering this space, and that's even if anybody can find this space. You may not be aware of this, but Office 21 is actually off the books. There's nothing about it on NCPD. There's nothing about it on any of the other forums or thoughts of anybody's, zeitgeist or conscience. That's because we had it completely eradicated with bribes to the city council. This was during the Unification War, and it offers us a certain anonymity. We store all sorts of different things here. We're able to kind of securely move all sorts of things out of Night City, all the way up the coast to Portland, and as far south as LA if we need to. It's a very unique opportunity for Zeta Tech in that you have some items that we're aware of that, definitely could go for higher offerings in auction if they were presented, say, in the Tyrell building in Los Angeles or maybe up in San Francisco. Definitely larger buyers in those spaces. We'd love to be able to try and get it out to New York. That would be beneficial. And he gestures up to the ceiling. You see that there are 4 kind of human-shaped depressions kind of above you. He says, we also have the finest in robot technology protecting the space. Purchased the brand new prototype Militech robot defense units, as seen on commercials featuring Kerry Eurodyne of Samurai fame. These new
Could I have been recording this?
Well, you can have your holo open, but you can't have been recording.
Fuck.
Well, you could have been recording, but I would say your holo being open is probably going to be one thing, and recording being another. You can't have your audio. Do you have an audio suite?
I think so. Let me check.
If you have an audio suite, I'll allow you to splice. But
is that neural?
No, it's its own thing. It should say cyber audio.
Yeah, I have that. I have that.
Really?
Yeah, I got the internal agent and the scrambler.
No.
I have the cyber audio suite.
Cyber audio. Sweet. Yeah, you do. Okay, I'm dumb. Cool. Okay, then yeah, absolutely. Then yeah, you can record while you are broadcasting via the holo. I'm okay with that.
Badass. Okay, cool.
So he gestures up, mentions the Militech robots, and then leads you over to this door. You see him pull out a bright, kind of shiny gold card and place it up to the thing. It opens, and then you hear a and he steps out, and he says, 1, secure guest. Confirmed, you hear in like a robotic voice. And as he steps forward, you enter into this very open hallway, and you can sense that there's this just kind of buzzing on the ground. At the very far side, there's this bright white metal turret that is lowering down a very massive Militech heavy machine gun, just kind of settling it down. And he says, if you wish to store things in a more secure fashion than you're currently available to, we have our client blacklist, and that is for special clients who are interested in maintaining the utmost in not only security and anonymity, but also just well-being and protection. If it's something that you're very interested in keeping a hold of, we are very capable of making sure that anyone that seeks to take it from you won't be on that path for very long. He walks down the hall, and it's just like the longest walk, clop, 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 as you're walking across this perfectly clean floor. It's like reflective to the point of like annoyance. And yeah, you see the very high-tech looking machinery. He says, this device was built by SSI specifically. Most ADUs, PDUs, and defense units, even employed by NCPD or even Arasaka, don't have the actuality and targeting that this system has. It's an AI system that allows for it to determine the most predominantly weak point on its target. When it zeroes in on a target, it fires for one purpose and one purpose alone, to kill. It can be set for other modes. We've never set it off of its highest setting. And fortunately, we've never had need to use it. But as you can see, he gestures towards the floor. It wouldn't be too terribly hard to clean. He walks over to, and you would see that there's another camera point. He walks over to the door, hits the thing, and just as he does so, that's where the session ends. We'll pick up next time when we have an opportunity to pick up with this crew. If we can't pick up with exactly this crew, we will figure out what we're going to do to kind of move the story forward. I do apologize. I definitely, there's a lot here. There is a lot here. It doesn't go right into the fight. There was a very thank you those of you who pushed forward to getting right onto the scene, and also great job on all of the lead up to it in the preparation for the heist mode. I really appreciate it. I did promise to kill Dan. I have 1 minute
Maybe
left.
something happens in the bathroom.
I have 1 minute left.
Maybe the ceiling collapses.
As he steps into the bathroom, Hungry gets spooked and shoots him with a grenade launcher because he didn't know.
Hungry doesn't spook. What are you
doing? No, yeah, he's cold as fucking ice, man. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching those that did. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream, and we'll pick up with this session of Dark Skies. Everyone here is currently locked in this space on the 25th. But we will move on with this group the second we can reconvene with these party members. Thanks for watching.